Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. I do want to let everyone know we are on the air, but we are having some internet issues, so if we drop the game, we will be back up. We had a brief intro in, it wasn't quite the right thing. I apologize for that. I do want to let you know that tonight you are going to be seeing some shout outs to some of our Squire Guild members. If you happen to see those pop up, let me just show you what to expect. If you see some of those are going to be our Squire Guild members that I will try and get a little time to shout out to you and let you know what's going on. I will try and get as much of the what's going on tonight at Delone up to, up, but like I said, we have some abbreviated time. Whenever the guys are ready, we will get them on. But for right now, just want to let you know when our upcoming live streams are going to be. And like I said, if we drop the stream at all, we will be back with you as soon as we're able. When Tony gives me the thumbs up, I am going to give the mic over to him and George to get things going. But, and here they are now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to JT Flaherty Field here at Delone Catholic High School. Week 5 of the regular season is here, and Coach Corey Zortman, who is actually coaching his 99th game tonight, thank you from Eric Lawrence for giving me that, and his Squires welcome DCH grad John Lavisberger and his Eagles of Bermudian Springs. Both are 3-1, 1-0 in league play. I'm Tony Weaver, along with George Needed. We will call the game. Mike Knoll will be on camera. Luke's here, our intern. Bill and Danny are going to be doing the directing and producing. As she said, if we drop the feed, we will keep going. And the game, you can catch the game. We will get back on when we can. And having a few internet problems here tonight. Hope we get them ironed out. Let's see. George, it seems to me, 5th game of the season already, and it's still like this out here.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Tony. 5th game of the year, and it still feels like summer, but we're moving halfway through the season, and this is a big matchup tonight.
This is a huge matchup. It's probably, I don't want to say, there's a lot of football left to play, but this is going to go a long way to determining who the champion of the league is.
Yeah, I'm not discounting Littlestown. I'm not discounting Biglerville, but these two teams, Bermudian Springs and Delone, are going to have a lot to say who takes this title in Division III in this game here tonight.
Berm lost to New Oxford the first game of the season, fumbled a couple times, gave New Oxford a little bit of life, and lost by 27-13. However, they beat Susky 21-14, and Delone lost to them the first week of the season 20-6. And George, they lost that game because of just what you're going to have some of your keys tonight, penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, and it's Tony, it's tough to compare scores also, but they do give you an indication as to the strength of your schedule and how well you're playing. They give you some sort of indication, but not the total indication. But Delone played a very good, what we thought was a Susquehannock team. Bermudian Springs went into their field last week, I believe it was, and came away with a big victory. That was a big win for them.
Yeah, and Delone played a tough Biglerville team last week, beat them 28-20. Biglerville had a great second half, but Delone took the running game out of play by scoring 28 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, Tony, and I want to say one more time how impressed we were with that Biglerville team and the amount of talent that they had on that field. They had some athletes that could really go get it, and they played very, very well in a very entertaining game. Delone came away with a big victory.
Yeah, it was their first loss of the year and their first 2 turnovers of the year also.
Yep.
Now, Bermudian Springs and Delone both come in tonight with a -1 turnover ratio, and now we're seeing the toss of the coin down there in the left corner, and we'll try to find out who won the toss. Bermudian's going to be old style. If you watch Southern Columbia, any of them teams that win state championships, they're going to run the wing tee. They're going to run the fullback, Eddie Seabright, and Delone's got to stop him.
Tony, that's an offense that you're very, very familiar with. You coached it for many years, and you're right. That's what brought them to the dance, and they're not going to get away from it. They're going to line up and say, we don't care if you know what we're doing. We're going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to give the ball to Seabright. They're going to spread it out a little bit. They're probably going to go like 4 wide, run their backs back to run their sweeps and stuff like that. And they've been very successful at it. They're averaging 28 points a game, 28.5 a game, 187 on the ground and 99 in the air, and almost well over 300 yards a game.
Well, just as a review, Tony, Delone comes into the game 3-1. As we said, their one loss was to Susquehannock. They had victories over Lancaster Catholic, Northern Lebanon, and last week, as we said, Biglerville, who was undefeated up to that point. They beat a very good Biglerville team 28-20, and they jumped out to a 3-score lead and hung on. And as you said, Tony, pretty much made Biglerville one-dimensional by shutting down what was a very lethal rushing attack up to that point.
Yeah, they did, and the 2 interceptions by Braden Clayball were huge and stopped 2 drives. And Delone hurt themselves with a couple 15-yard personal foul penalties. And as your keys to the game are going to tell you, Delone has to stay out of 3rd and long.
Yeah. Well, Zach Staub last week, Tony, he was 16 of 24 for 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had a big game. We continue to talk about how well he manages the offense and the good decision-making that he displays. And sometimes he takes a sack, sometimes he throws the ball away rather than put it in harm's way. He's really the leader of this offense. And Braden Smith, Tony, what can you say? 112 yards last week, 84 rushing, 8 receiving. He has emerged as the feature back in this offense.
Yeah, he's averaging 6 yards a carry, 401 yards in the year. And you're right, he's the feature back, and sometimes Levi Holtenstein gets it, sometimes Clayball gets it on the sweeps, and they do run inside counters, double handoffs. Coach Zortman has kept a couple of the wing T tenets, but this guy here, Lavisberger tonight, who's a Delone grad and was here when they did run the wing T, he's going to run 121s, 929s. He's going to run the sweep, and he's going to run the fullback till you're tired of saying Eddie Seabright.
Yeah.
He's going to run traps. He's going to run ons. He's going to run downs, and he's going to get the ball probably 20 times.
Well, if I had Eddie Seabright, I'd be giving him the ball too, Tony. He's a fine back, and we'll talk more of him later. I just want to finish with last week's game. Braden Clayball, as you said, Tony, he had 2 big interceptions, and they halted drives. They eliminated 2 offensive drives on Biglerville's part, and they were 1 possession away from tying the game. Those were big plays.
They were big plays, and they made some sensational catches on balls thrown by Bo, forget his last name now, but the quarterback put some balls right on the money, and he, as receivers, did some great job running their routes and making the catches.
Yeah, I think you're going to hear more from Biglerville as the year goes on. They're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a very
unfortunately, they
tough.
have their homecoming tonight, and Fairfield had to forfeit the game because Fairfield don't have enough players. Now, Delone supposed to play Fairfield next week at Fairfield.
We'll have to wait and see
we'll have to
happens.
wait and see if that's going to happen, because Delone's away from home now 2 straight weeks. They have Fairfield next week and then the Hanover Nighthawks in at Hanover the weekend of October 3rd and 4th. And then we come home here to Littlestown for homecoming.
Yeah.
And we're right back here at Delone again.
Well, the season marches on. There's no doubt about that, as the Delone marching band's on the field right now.
Now, looking at just for the heck of it, Delone leads single A where there's only 3 teams in. York Catholic 2nd, Fairfield, of course, is 3rd. Double A, there's no teams in the league there, but Bermudian's right there at number 1 in Triple A.
Yeah, Tony, for our listeners out there, let's back up. Let's explain to them there are 6 classifications.
6 classifications, A, double A, and so on.
Yeah.
And it's all based on, but they don't take the same amount of teams from each district. I mean, Delone gets 2 for single A.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 out of double A, and I think there's 6 for triple A, and so on. It goes up the ladder. But Bermudian and Biglerville are both right there in triple A. Bermudian's 3-1, and Biglerville's now they're 4-1 because they're going to get a win tonight. And Littlestown's right there at 2-2 in Triple A also.
Well, when you start the season, your goals are a winning record, win your championship of your division, and make districts. Those 3 things.
Yeah, and that's it's all in front of Delone still, even with the loss to Susky early.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Delone has improved a lot since the first game. And most coaches will tell you that they're improved here coming into the 5th game of the season. What you don't want to see. But we'll have to stop now. We just had somebody walk in here. Mr. Clunk has walked in, a visitor from New York.
A classmate of ours from the class of '73. How you doing, Buzz?
Hello, boys.
Good to see you.
Mr. Clunk.
Yeah, good to see you. Glad you could stop up. We'll break you in there in a little bit. Good to see you. Good to have you in town.
So getting back here, George, we're going to have a heck of a crowd here tonight. The crowd's building. We had a nice crowd last week for the Biglerville game, and I think they're going to exceed that tonight.
Tony, one of the things I wanted to say about the quarterback play for Delone, and you being a former quarterback, you can appreciate this, is the decision-making of Zach Staub. And sometimes, Tony, he's extending the play, finding his receivers downfield.
Yeah, he is. And Logan Ford and Chris Kolb doing a great job getting open and breaking off their patterns. But last week we actually saw something new from Zach. He took off running and had 30 yards in the ground.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that up until last week.
But if I'm coaching him, Tony, I'm coaching him how to slide, how to get out of bounds, and how to get down, because we cannot afford for him to take an injury. But you're right. There are opportunities there on the corner for him to tuck it and go and get down. There's no question about it.
So they already had the toss of the coin. I can't really tell you what's going to happen. I didn't see it down there. That band's just got done their pregame. The cheerleaders go out and do their thing.
Tony, Braden Smith, 22. I continue to be impressed by how hard he's hitting the hole and getting upfield. He's turning into a very good runner. I like his running style. He's running lower to the ground, and he's more physical. And it's been a pleasant surprise to see Chris Cole and Logan Ford developing into a fine receiving duo for this Delone offense.
Well, Cole and Ford are second and third in the Gettysburg area receiving with 22 and 20 receptions total. So they're actually Zach's biggest receiver, but he can hit the guys out of the backfield too.
Yeah.
He can hit Smith and Clayball, and he's been doing that.
Yep.
He hit Holtenstein one time for a touchdown.
But we said it before, we'll say it again. Coach Zortman is not abandoning the rushing game, Tony. He still puts a lot of emphasis on it. He just wants to include more passing plays into his offense, which we're seeing this year, more so this year than in years past.
Yeah, Delone averages 159 yards in the ground. It's not like they've given it up.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball, Delone averages, let's see, I have it here. Delone averages 140, so they're almost 300 yards. That's what I mean. They're almost a mirror image of each other, Bermudian and Delone here tonight.
Well, we talked a lot about offense, Tony. We should talk a little bit about defense. I'm going to do a shout-out, for the defensive front for Delone. Caden Hicks, J.D. Zig, Levi Davenport, Braden Clayball. He'll move back to his defensive end position tonight. That front four has held their own. At times lost a little bit of containment, but I see a lot of improvement containing the plays, and that front four needs to do a really good job tonight.
Yeah, I think the inside linebackers, Schmelian and Holtenstein, Levi, are going to have to be tough tonight, because that's where you're going to have to stop this fullback. They're going to trap, and they're going to leave holes for the two defensive tackles to come through, and then they're going to trap them. And my guess is if Seabright gets a step, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Yeah.
Mr. Knoll, hello there.
Good evening, boys.
Good evening.
Our cameraman has now entered the building.
Well, Tony, we talked about Delone. We probably should talk a little bit about Bermudian Springs. They're 3-1 on the season, and their only loss, as we said, was undefeated to an undefeated New Oxford team. And they were in that game almost the whole way. A couple of late turnovers really hurt that cause. They were co-champions last year of this division, along with Littlestown and Delone.
Right. Delone lost to Bermudian, but then beat Littlestown, and Littlestown beat Bermudian. So
yeah,
they all had to share it. And, the same thing could happen again this year. The Littlestown's 2-2, but they beat York Catholic last week in their first league game. And tonight they take on a very much improved York Tech team.
Yeah, and it's not just those three, Tony. Again, we saw a very, very good Biglerville team who's capable of winning a lot of games.
Yeah, and they're 0-1, but they got everybody in front of them to play yet. So,
well, Bermudian Springs brings back 4 of their top 5 rushers from last year and all of their top receivers from last year's team. This is a very seasoned, senior-dominated team tonight that Delone's going to play.
Yeah, it all starts with last year they had Carpenter as their quarterback. This year their quarterback is number 14, Lane Hubbard.
Yeah, he's a junior, Tony, junior quarterback.
But what's going to, Delone, just by talking to Delone coaches, they want to take Seabright out of the game. So you want to try to stop the fullback. If you cut off the head, hopefully the body dies. And that's with a wing tee, the fullback's the guy you got to stop.
Well, he's rushed for 349 yards on the season. That's a 5.8 yards per carry average, and he's very effective. He's the main man. There's no question about it. But they've got some other people who can carry the ball, Tony.
Lua, what number?
28. Now Lua.
And number 13, Jack Gouch, is another wing back. And then our two wideouts are going to be Braden Heller and Dylan Hubbard, number 12.
28 now Lua, Tony. He's a senior running back. He's got a 6.9 yards per carry, not too shabby. And Jack Gouch, I hope I'm reporting that, he's a senior running back, 6.6 yards per carry and 7 receptions on the year. 3 seniors at the running back position. They are a seasoned team. There's no question about it.
Yep.
This is a very balanced Bermudian Springs offense. And it's Delone's going to have to play well tonight to beat them. No question about it.
One thing I got asked last week, Danny, are you still on the air there? One thing I got asked last week is when the cheerleaders, one of the parents, their grandparents are in Florida, and it looks good now that the advertisements are not covering the cheerleaders' face. Yeah, I understand. We came on late, and that might be covering there, but I did get a request last week, and it looks okay right now.
Tony, it looks like Eddie Seabright from his inside linebacker position. Now Lua and Braden Heller from their outside linebacker positions. They lead this Bermudian defense in tackles, along with Carter Storm, his defensive line position. He's a force in the middle.
Yeah, number 55, and they got a lot of guys going both ways too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their first 11 are a lot of teams. Now Delone, we saw it last week, and I'm not sure if it was more humid last week, because it don't seem to be humid that tonight. There's no air blowing at all. The flags are still. But can Delone go 4 quarters?
Well, yeah. There's no question they have so many players going both ways. And we'll see. Conditioning is important, and hopefully they can hold up and play 4 quarters and feel strong and finish strong.
Well, what Coach Zortman, when we talked to him during the week, what he wanted everybody to know is he's very proud of his team, playing tough, not letting things bother him. They got some other, injuries. Colin Redding went down, and it's tough when you play both ways and also play special teams, like Coach Zortman said. When you lose somebody, you lose 3 different positions, and you got to go out and either put somebody in there for those 3 or find 3 players that are going to play.
Yeah, this coaching staff, Tony, you and I have talked about it. They've done a good job getting this team to this point. No question about it at 3-1, and this is a key matchup here tonight. There's no question about it, with a good crowd pouring in, by the way.
Yeah, tough to find parking around here.
So.
We got 11 minutes before the game actually starts, and I guess we're waiting now for the band to do the national anthem. Are they going to do it down there, or are they going to come up here?
I don't know. They might do it there. I'm not sure, but we've got a lot of kids over there.
All the little kids, over there, because it's youth night here at Delone. So all the kids are out here going to run out with the Squires tonight, which is a big deal for them. And now the young cheerleaders are out there doing some cheers with the older cheerleaders. The regular cheerleaders from the Squires. Anyway, where did Mr. Plunk go?
Not sure. Snuck away from us.
But he is here.
Classmate of ours.
Tom Clunk asked me if Buzz is going to be in the booth, and I said we're expecting him. Yeah, we're not. Yeah. We may not leave him talk, but he'll be there.
Yeah, coming in from New Jersey. He's in town for a golf match tomorrow. Golf tournament.
No, the Gasly tournament's tomorrow at Cedar Ridge, right?
That is correct. Some of us will be out there slapping it around, hopefully not too many times.
It's a scramble, so. So once the national anthem's going to be played, we'll turn it over to the PA to get the national anthem and the alma mater done, and then we'll be right back in the air here. Hopefully we maintain our connectivity. If not, we will keep going, and the game still will be taped. We'll try to give you the scores from the other as they come in. There's nothing here yet, but we have 5 games we're going to report on tonight. New Oxford playing York Suburban, and all the other teams in Division 3 will try to get their scores up there too. Southwest also is playing Central. That's a big game here in the area also. Cheerleaders with the young Squire cheerleaders out there. And now they're all going to go down and bring the Squires out here for the huddle also. There's 9 minutes before kickoff.
Very little wind on tonight's.
That's hardly any wind.
Tonight, our junior band members are joining our Squire marching band. We have more than 40 future Squire cheerleaders joining our cheer squad. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Looks like they're going to do the national anthem from down in front about the 20 to 30 yard line there.
Congrats to the Delone Squire tennis team today with their win over York County Day School.
And here comes Bermudian out of their locker room. The Squires are lining up down there coming out of the shack. So we're waiting here for both teams to get out here in the field. Start this very important YAIA Division III contest tonight. I would say for district implications, it has a big bearing on what's going to happen to Bermudian with the three teams that I mentioned. And Biggerville now going to 4-1 with their forfeit win tonight.
Yep.
We'll be back here in, I guess it's 3 weeks from tonight against Littlestown for homecoming. Here comes Bermudian out on the field. Squire's waiting to come out here, and then I guess the national anthem will be played down there. Yeah, it's a nice crowd here building. Halftime, we'll send it back to Danny for updates. I guess is the AD coming up also? We don't know, but probably the AD will be up. Mr. Rudolph, Reverend Rudolph. Sister Anna's listening. Also, my sister down in Florida. Marty Clunk, I'm sure, is tuned in. Yeah, you can upset Max Preps, the score feed, and text me or text Danny if you have her number. We're going to be getting the New Oxford score. I have people there. Here come the Squires across the field.
And here come the youth behind them.
Yeah, bringing them across the field.
Yeah. Thrill for the small kids to run across the playing field. We're a little short on numbers. Maybe we can suit some of those kids up. What do you think?
Well, I think the ones that are wearing the Squires are actually our junior high team.
Yeah.
And the other ones are play for the McSherrystown Lions, either regular football or flag
Good
football.
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Squire Country. We would like to welcome you to JT Flaherty Field on the campus of Delone Catholic High School for today's varsity football contest between the Bermudian Springs Eagles and your Delone Catholic Squires. Regardless of the outcome of today's game, we ask that all spectators consider the time and effort that each of these young student athletes have put
Public
forth
address
to
announcement giving the people the starting lineups here.
Is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth to the student athletes, officials, and spectators. No handheld signs and/or banners or noise makers are permitted. Any spectator by their actions or behavior interfering with this contest will be removed from the stadium. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Additional note of thanks to the McSherrystown Police Department for helping to guarantee stadium security this evening, along with G-Force Security. In the event of sudden cardiac arrest, the closest AED can be found on the sideline with the Delone Catholic athletic trainer. And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Eagles, number 2, Eddie Seabright at running back. Number 12, Dylan Hubbard at wide receiver.
Pardon me?
Number 13,
Yeah. For the we're going to send it to the PA for the national anthem, and
number 14, Lane Hubbard.
we'll be back on.
Number 20, Mason Lilly, wide receiver. Number 28, Niall Lua, running back. The offensive line for the Eagles, number 51, Luke Goldhahn. Number 53, Drew Spielman. Number 54, Preston Gladfelder. Number 55, Carter Storm. And number 72, Trenton Smith. And now for your Delone Catholic Squires. At linebacker, number 2, Nate Smith. At defensive end, number 6, Caden Hicks. At defensive back, number 8, Chris Cole. At defensive back, number 9, Logan Ford. At defensive back, number 12, Parker Hohenstein. At linebacker, number 15, Levi Hohenstein. At linebacker, number 17, Ryan Smullian. At linebacker, number 22, Braden Smith. At defensive end, number 26, Braden Clayball. At defensive line, number 56, Levi Davenport. And at defensive line, number 62, J.D. Sig. The officials for tonight's contest are Dennis Posey, Ricky Tana, Timothy Kuhn, Aaron Kuhn, and Tim Staub.
Captain's going out in the middle of the field. J.D. Zig, Ford, Staub, and Smith out there. Who do we got for Bermudian there, George? I didn't get their numbers.
Can't see the numbers.
So we'll see what happens here with the toss of the coin. It's already been done, so both defenses were announced to start the game here. So
13's Gouch, Jack Gouch, he's 1.
14's the quarterback.
Lane Hubbard, that's
Yeah,
14.
Hubbard's out there.
Yeah, 51.
28, Lua.
51, Luke Goldham.
Yep. Goldhahn.
Yeah. So it looks like Delone's going to receive.
Yeah, Bermudian won the toss and deferred, and we're going to send it back to the public address announcer to go for the national anthem.
Could everyone please stand for a prayer by our very own Father Schleyline.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Direct, O Lord, all our actions by your holy inspiration, and carry them on by your gracious assistance, so that every word and work of ours may always begin in you, and through you be happily ended through Christ our Lord. Amen. And Lord, may the best team win, and we know which one that is. Amen.
Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem and alma mater by the Squire Marching Band.
And here we go. Delone's going to receive the ball. Bermudian's going to kick from the east, from the west to the east. They're going to defend the Moose end, and Delone will receive on the school end. George, what's your keys here?
Tony, I kept it simple this week, and I really think the first one is a no-brainer. No turnovers, and eliminate the penalties. Delone cannot turn the ball over and have penalties that kill their offensive drives. Number 2, offensively, Delone needs to stay out of 3rd and long situations. They've got to get positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down. Defensively, Delone must hold their own at the line of scrimmage, and we're talking about those 4 gentlemen up front, Davenport, Zig, Clay Ball, Caden Hicks. They got to hold their own, Tony, and I think time of possession is going to be big. Delone needs to win that battle.
Kickoff's going to come to the up man. Looks like Smith going to have it. Oh, it's a reverse. Little bit of room for Smith as he gets around the corner. He's at the 30, 35, drugged down in a nice tackle at about the 38-yard line.
That's Jack
By number
Couch.
13, Jack Gouch.
He saved the touchdown there, Tony.
Little John Gasly coming out of.
Yeah, a little bit of little reverse action.
Got him up to the 38-yard line. Pretty good field position to start.
Our cameraman, Mike Knowles, seen that play before.
39-yard line. Delone has it.
Here we go, Tony. It's important that we get positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
Delone coming out with their slot tight wing. We don't know what happened there. Nothing.
Okay.
I don't know if the ball was whistled into play yet or not.
Yeah.
Now we're going. Now we're going. Motion across. Staub gives to Smith. Finds a little bit of room. Maybe gets 3 up to about the 42. Dropped there by number 53 for Bermudian, Drew Spillman.
51, Tony, Luke Goldhahn. He made the first initial contact. He didn't make the tackle, but he slowed him down at the point of attack.
Give him 2, 2nd down 8. Looked like he was going to get a lot more.
Yeah.
Squire spread it out a little bit this time. Double wing, double split. Stahl brings a man in motion again. He has it. Smith again.
Smith again on the carry.
And looks like he's going to be stopped short at the line of scrimmage.
Keller and Storm.
Tony started to his right and cut back, veered left on that play.
Yeah, it was more like a trap, and
Right.
the hole wasn't there.
Tried to get the defense going to one side, and he's trying to cut back, but Bermudian pursuing the play very well.
So it's 3rd and 8 for the Squires here in their first possession. Staub has it. Smith going to take a wraparound handoff and get up to about the 44, where it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 yards to go.
Looked like it tried to hit him with an inside draw play there, Tony.
Yeah, a little wraparound. They were big a couple weeks ago, but Bermudian looked like they were ready for that. And let's see who's going to do the punting here for Delone. Smith is going to punt. It's been a little bit of a problem for the Squires this year. Back deep.
Gouch and Hubbard back deep, Tony, 2 people.
Good snap. Low liner. Picked up by the up man, number 13, Gouch. Finds a little bit of room, brings it back over to about the 42-yard line. That would have got over his head. It would have rolled nice, but nice play by Gouch catching that ball in the air.
Yes, he did.
And they're going to mark it right at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. So Delone goes nowhere with their first drive. 10:02 left here in the first quarter.
Gouch is in the slot, Tony.
Seabright's the back.
Looks like
Double
Lua
slot.
is in the slot too.
Yeah, double slot. They'll bring one of them back maybe. Here comes Gouch back in motion. Give up the middle to Seabright. And he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, J.D. Zig holding his own there, Tony, from his tackle spot.
Actually, no gain. Well, that was a point of emphasis, stopping the fullback.
And that's what Delone has to do, Tony.
2nd and 10. Tighter wings this time. 2 tight wings, 2 splits. give to Gouch, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds if they're gain of about 4. 3rd down and 6 coming up. 3rd down, they're going to mark him at the 45, so it's 3rd and 7.
Well, Gouch and Seabright, Tony, and along with Lua, they're the big three seniors. You're going to see the ball in their hands most of the night.
They're up here at the 45-yard line. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's spread it out a little bit more this time.
Like to see nothing more than get this defense off the field after 3 plays.
Trips over this way. Seabright gets the ball. He's going to be close to the 1st down. I think he's going to get it on 2nd effort. He got up to the 48-yard line. It looks like it's going to be enough, and it is. It's marked for the 1st down. That was all him.
Yeah, Tony, 5'7", 180, and you can see how strong he looks running the ball. After contact, he picked up about 4 or 5 yards.
Mark it at the 47, and Delone could have been out of there, but nice run by Seabright that time. Again, trips this way. Slot with a wing. Seabright goes in motion. He comes back. Give it to Gouch in the sweep. Finds a little bit of room, and he's going to be knocked down at the 40-yard line. Picked up a 7 yards, bring down a 2nd and 3.
Good blocking on that right side by Bermudian, Tony.
Yeah, well thought out play. Marked at the 41, 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 4.
Like I said, there's a lot of weapons to defend in this Bermudian Springs offense.
Yeah, they took Seabright out of the play that time and brought Gouch back underneath.
Yep.
Back to double wing, double split. Seabright in the backfield, Gouch in the run. Looks like quarterback's going to throw. Has a little bit of time, throws downfield. Ball's caught. What a grab by number 12, Dylan Hubbard.
Tony,
down to the 6-yard line. He was well covered by number 9.
Sometimes you just got to tip your hat, Tony, as you and I talked about. Pretty good defense, just a better throw and a great catch.
That was a good throw and a good catch, and the receiver positioned himself so only he could get that ball.
Dylan Hubbard, right? Number 12, senior, 6'3", a tall individual. 175, made a beautiful catch.
Trips to the right. Single receiver over here to the left side. Seabright in the backfield. They're going to give to him, and he's going to power down to about the 3-yard line. Bring up 2nd and goal at the 3.
Down by number 56, Levi Davenport.
Well, they didn't really catch Delone by surprise. We had pretty good coverage, Tony, but the quarterback just put that ball on the money where the defender couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was good coverage.
Yep.
Ford was there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Clock running. 7:15 left here in the 1st quarter. No score. Bermudian driving the first time they touched the ball here. Seabright in the backfield, double wing set, 2 wide outs. Motion for Lua, pitch to Lua, coming wide. He's going to walk into the end zone from 3 yards out.
Yeah, wasn't touched, Tony. Nobody even touched him.
So with 7 minutes left here in the 1st quarter, Lua, 3-yard run.
Well, another senior, as we said, Tony. Lua, number 28. 5'9", 175. He goes both ways. He plays defensive also. He's a good athlete.
Number 24, Jacob Keller will attempt the extra point. Snaps down, kicks up. No good. Wide to the right.
No good. So with 7 minutes left in the 1st, your score: Bermudian Springs 6, Delone Catholic 0.
Well, the big play there in that offensive series was the pass play. It was well executed. Just a great throw and even a better catch to put him in scoring position.
Yeah, like we said, that was pretty well covered. Delone's going to have to try to move the ball here a little bit. Keep the ball away from Bermudian.
Yeah. Well, we had Delone had him in
3rd and 7. And
3rd and 7, couldn't get off the field.
Seabright made a good run.
Yeah. I think if they'd have came down the 4th and 2, that Bermudian would have probably went for it. But all ifs and buts at this point.
Yeah, Smith and Chris Cole back deep for the Squires. Number 28, Nail Lua, is going to kick off here. He just scored the touchdown. High end over end. Going to drive Smith back. He's in the end zone. That's going to come back.
Yeah, good kick, huh?
Touchback.
1 yard deep in the end zone.
I thought we had offsides down here, but it wasn't called.
According in high school rules, if you catch it in the end zone,
Yeah, once it goes in the end zone, you're done.
it's a dead play.
Got to come out.
Yep.
Squires take over at their own 20. Should be. No time should have come off the clock, but it did. A second came off the clock there. So Delone's going to have to try to get something going here.
First and 10 Squires at the 20-yard line.
Tight wing, double tight wing. Stalled back to throw. Under a little bit of pressure, throws it out. Nice catch out here by Logan Ford.
Soft pass complete to Logan Ford.
See where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 26, it looks like.
5-yard gain on the play. Brings up second.
Nice little pitching catch there, Tony, for about a 6 yard pickup.
Yeah, 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
And Zach Staub doing a good job getting out of the pocket, creating a little bit of time for himself and finding his receiver.
Ford and Cole to the same side this time. Inside counter to Levi Holtenstein, and he's not going anywhere. He gets back to about the 25-yard line. That was the double reverse. Going to bring up loss of a yard, 3rd down and 5.
Tony, that was number 51, Luke Goldhahn, defensive lineman, senior, 6'1", 245. He's making his presence known early in this game from his defensive end position.
Squires need to get up here to the 30-yard line. Motion, cross. Give to Clayball. Clayball's not going to make it. He's going to get back up to about the 26. And for some reason, coach is not going to the air here tonight. He's staying on the ground.
Yeah, good play by Seabright there, Tony. From his, I think, his outside linebacker position. I thought they had some running room over there on that far side, but he shut that down quickly with a good tackle in the open field.
Yeah, Clayball tried to cut it back up, and there was nothing there. Smith will punt again. Gouch back here deep. Good snap. Better punt. Gouch lets it fall. Picked up by Gouch. And he's tackled right away by Caden Hicks.
Tony, one of the things I have seen now twice on Delone's punt team is Bermudian is playing safe, and they're not even rushing anyone. That punter can hold that ball just a little bit longer and then punt it, giving our coverage team more time to get downfield.
Or take off and run.
Well, they're standing at the line of scrimmage making sure he's going to punt it, but nobody even crossed the line of scrimmage that time.
So with 5:33 left here in the first quarter, Delone down 6-0. Bermudian with their second offensive possession, starting at the 33-yard line. Marty Klunk says he's getting us loud and clear down there. Give the Gouch. Finds a little bit of room, gets maybe 4 or 5 yards up over the 35 to about the 37.
And Tony, just as you indicated, we're seeing a pure wing tee attack here.
Yeah. You're going to see sweeps and dives and traps. And then they threw the waggle there to Hubbard. Double wing. Seabright in the backfield. Gouch in motion. Ball's in the ground. It's fumbled.
Fumble in play.
And I think Bermudian got it back at the 35-yard line.
Recovered by Seabright.
Seabright got the ball, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Again, another chance for Delone to get off the field here in 3rd down.
Very important they do so, Tony. Very important they do so.
Please keep looking at the upper left of all the Delone sponsors. McSherrystown Home Association's up there right now. Try to get you some scores here at the end of the first quarter of other games.
Lane Hubbard brings him out, Tony. He's the quarterback, a junior, 6'1", 155.
Yep. Seabright in the backfield. Back to throw. It's a straight drop back. And he's going to throw it downfield again. And again, he has Gouch out there, and it's complete. And Gouch breaks a tackle, and he's gone. touchdown.
Hubbard's pass complete to
Tony, nothing.
65-yard touchdown pass from Hubbard to Gouch.
touchdown.
Well, nothing fancy about that play, Tony. They just took off, and he threw it about as far as he could. He got behind our secondary, made a good catch, and he was off to the races after a missed tackle.
Yep. Gouch.
So a golden opportunity for our defense to get off the field. Bermudian goes deep, connects, and goes up 12-0.
12-0 now. Let's see if they go for 2 to get back on the 7s here, or they're going to kick the extra point.
Tony, the other thing that was concerning is we didn't have any pressure on that quarterback that play at all.
No. He had plenty of time to throw it. And Bermudian even had 2 receivers in the same
area.
and
As they say, same area code, right?
yeah. They're
Yeah,
going to go for 2. They placed it on the right hash. Run a man across. Pitch to Seabright. He's going to be hammered in the backfield. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
So the 2-point conversion is no good. It stays 12-0.
Good play by Caden Hicks, Tony. Caden Hicks, the senior, 6'2", 200 pounds from his defensive end position, keeps his score in a small victory for Delone, keeping it at 12-0.
12-0. 4:01 left. Bermudian will kick off here for the 3rd straight time. Delone trying to get some field position here.
After the game, make sure the young squires stick around to have your favorite.
So the running game is what we're concerned about in 2 long passes, a 65-yard and a 40-yard pass, over 100 yards thrown already. It got him in position. One
Yep.
actually went to the house.
Yep. Well, 12-0. Important Delone get back in this game here with a good offensive drive, and be interesting to see if the Delone offense throws on early downs here, Tony.
Yeah, we haven't only threw 1 time so far. Not getting a lot on the ground. Lua's going to do the kicking. He put it in the end zone the last time.
Lua kicking off for the Eagles.
This one's going to stay out of the end zone. Smith has it at 10, 15, 20. Sees a little bit of a hole, gets up to the 25.
Cole
And
returns
down
to the
about,
Squires.
it was Cole, and he gets up to the 27 or 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Delone there. 3:53 left here in the 1st quarter. And George, I think it's important that Delone you get a couple first downs here.
Yeah, it is, Tony.
1st and 10 Delone at the 28-yard line.
Well, early indication to me from the booth, Tony, is Bermudian's got 2 really good players at the defensive end positions in Carter Storm and Luke Goldham, and Delone needs to start getting a helmet on those guys. They play a little stun inside defensively.
Stalled back to throw. He's under a little bit of pressure, tucks it under and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Good coverage downfield by Bermudian, Tony.
You know, again, Delone had 2 guys in the same area here, Holstein and Ford. And that brought all the defensive players from Bermudian right over to it.
Yeah.
So Staub loses a yard on that. 2nd down and 11. Delone just can't seem to get their offense going here tonight. Trips over to the left. Single receiver. Staub in the backfield alone. Motion back. Smith gets it up to about the 30-yard line for a pickup of 3, and it's still going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 9.
Jacob Keller on the tackle for the Eagles.
Well, Seabright was in on that tackle, Tony, and Jacob Keller was in on that tackle.
Yeah, wow. Just can't get a 3rd and short, or anything. Going to have to come up with something here to move this football. Two backs back there with Staub. Staub has it. Under pressure, throws it up the sideline. Ball's knocked down by number 12, Hubbard. The pass went incomplete. Really tough throwing into that sideline there like that. There wasn't a lot of room. Wouldn't have been a 1st down anyway. So right from the 30-yard line, Delone's going to have to boot it away again.
The 3rd 3 and out for the Delone offense. They just haven't figured anything out that's working for them quite yet.
Nope. And Bermudian has taken both their possessions to the house.
Again, not a lot of pressure, Tony, at all.
Smith's punt coming over here towards the sideline. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, right at the 40 to their own 40, Bermudian's own 40. They're 60 yards away from pay dirt. And like 2 times now, Delone has had 3rd and long, Bermudian 3rd and long, and both times Bermudian has wiggled out of it.
Yep. Need to get off the field in those 3rd and long situations. Jamie Aquino going in for
Caden
Hicks.
Hubbard bringing the play on. 2:12 left here in the first quarter. 12-0, Bermudian Springs. We'll be back here in 3 weeks for Delone Littlestown at homecoming. Motion across. Seabright going to get right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Well, J.D. Zig, Tony, from his defensive tackle position, played that really well. Held him to no gain.
Tried to reach block that time, and Zig got underneath the reach block and made the tackle.
Yes, he did.
Not sure. That was a pretty slow developing play for the Bermudian offense that time. 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Hubbard gets the play, brings it in.
And keep an eye on 13, Gouch, where he lines up.
Double wing again. Gouch goes in motion.
He's got the
Pitch
pitch.
to Gouch. Nice block on the outside there, and Gouch has a little bit of room to run. He's up over the midfield, down to about the 46-yard line of Delone.
Well, they kick out our end, Tony, and they seal everything off, and he's got an open lane for 15 yards.
And if you watch Navy or Army play the last couple of years, that was right out of their playbook.
Yep.
Run the man in motion, pitch it out to him. He already has the corner made, and Gouch has a little bit of speed and picked up 14 yards on that.
Well, he came into the game averaging 6.6 yards per carry. He's got every bit of that so far tonight.
Back to throw. Again, he has a guy deep, looking deep. Overthrown that time. Was that Gouch he was looking for? No, looking for Hubbard again. Pretty much the same play they scored on.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 with 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Littlestown 7, Tech nothing. New Oxford 20, Suburban nothing. Central York 16, Southwest nothing. Milton Hershey leads Trinity 7-0. And no score Hanover York Catholic yet.
Tony, it looks to me
Thanks,
as
Danny.
Bermudian stretches this defense. They look to have an advantage once they get outside the tackle spot with the ball.
Yeah, they do. You have to turn it back. And their speed. Give the Seabright up the middle, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Again, Delone has him in 3rd and long.
Yep, J.D. Zig again, Tony, at the point of attack, I believe.
Now here, a fourth down might cause them to go for it. There's 40 seconds left.
Yep.
They're actually going to give him a yard and out up to the 45-yard line.
Zig and Braden Clayball on that tackle. And that's good defense at the point of attack.
I think Hubbard's going to let the clock run out here. They didn't blow it into under 40 seconds, and he has 40 seconds to do it. So I think that might be the end of the first quarter. Well, let's see. He's coming in with a play. Ten seconds. We'll see if he snaps the ball here. And they're going to let it run out. Timeout. Did Bermudian call it timeout? Timeout Bermudian. Yes, they did. With 4 seconds left in the quarter, maybe we're going to call for a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, here we have 3rd and 9, Tony. 3rd and long. Delone's got to get a stop here.
Yeah, and I would think if they pick up a few yards, and even if they don't, they may go for it on 4th down anyway. They're in Delone's territory at the 45, and Delone hasn't shown any semblance of an offense.
We haven't seen this Bermudian quarterback sprint out, Tony. Everything's been fake and drop back, right?
Yeah.
Delone's got to get somebody in his face, okay, and get some pressure on him.
Well, if they choose to throw, they might just run it twice.
Yeah. Well, they've been successful pitching it and going wide.
Yeah, that's called a jet pitch, but with Gouch or Lua, both of them have a lot of speed, and they got a nice block on the interior that time and get him out. And when they catch the ball, they're already on the corner, so. So there's going to be one more play here. 3rd down and 9.
Delone defense needs to rise up right here.
Trips over this way to the right. Single receiver out there to the left.
Delone comes with a blitz, Tony.
And that ball falls incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. But that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Bermudian Springs 12, Delone Catholic nothing. Let's see what Bermudian does here. You know, they're going to go for it or try to kick Delone deep and just.
I think they'd kick it deep. I don't know. I wouldn't think they'd go for it. We'll have to wait and see. But my guess is they're going to punt it. On that last play, Tony, Delone brought a linebacker from the inside. The quarterback, although he didn't get to the quarterback, I think the quarterback kind of felt the oncoming pressure and maybe hurried that throw.
Yeah, even if Hubbard catches that ball, his knee was on the ground.
Yeah.
He had to get down to catch that low pass. So that brings up a 4th and 9 now, and with the quarter just starting, 12-0. Let's see what.
If you're Bermudian, in my opinion, you got a 12-0 lead. You can pin Delone back deep, okay, and your defense has gotten off the field 3 times in 3 plays.
Well, it looks like Jack Gouch is going to punt this ball away.
And I would expect he would.
Play ball is going to go back. Well, that's the smart play. Delone hasn't shown any offense yet.
Yeah. Well, we haven't shown any offense. Maybe our special teams can come to life here, Tony.
Well, it snaps back, and he does punt it, and that's going to be out of bounds here. Way up here. Terrible punt.
Delone coaching staff helping that official mark the spot.
Well, yeah, he's going to have to come up this way a
Yeah,
bit.
he's got it.
Oh, wow, they're going to mark it at the 23.
I thought it was more like the 30.
I thought it was more like a 33, yeah. So did Coach Zortman.
1st and 10 Squires at the 23.
As they say, it is what it is.
Yep, Delone takes over. Let's see where they do mark it. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 24.
Those linebackers look like they're staying in place, Tony. When we're bringing the counter back, they're right there to make the tackle. Let's see what the Delone offense does.
Trips to the right.
Good. Change the ball.
Well, I guess they didn't change the football out. Give to Smith up the middle again, and again, not a lot there. Might have lost a yard. And he did. He lost a yard. 2nd and 11.
No gain on play. 2nd and 10.
Well, right now that defensive line for Bermudian is having its way, Tony, shutting down the Delone rushing attack.
Yeah, they certainly ain't getting anything up the middle right now. Chase Martin brings him out. Trips over. Man in motion across. Stalled back to throw. Gets the ball out. Incomplete.
Needed to get the ball to him on his cut, Tony. The defender closed quickly.
That was a little late throw there. Going to bring down a 3rd and 10, and Bermudian might have made the right decision punting that ball.
Yep.
Play ball takes the play in. Nothing working for the Squires tonight. They have yet to get a 1st down. Squires taking a lot of time in the huddle. Staub has it, rolls to the right.
Got a little time.
Looks, throws out. Play ball caught the ball, but he's hit right away. We had 2 guys deeper open down here, but I guess he didn't see him.
Yep.
Play ball caught the pass, but got racked at the 25-yard line. Pick up a maybe 2 yards. 4th down and 8. Clock running. So Delone's going to have to punt again. And looks like Zach hurried that a little bit. I think he had a little bit more time than what he thought.
Hubbard and Gouch back deep for the Eagles.
Again, no rush by the Bermudian long punt.
Yeah, he could hold that ball a little longer before he punts it, Tony. We could get our punt team down on coverage.
Yeah. Gouch breaks a tackle down the sideline. Gets inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line, and that was number 13, Jack Gouch.
Brought down by number 77, Zeke Vandergrift.
Great field position for Bermudian at the 29-yard line.
Well, Delone with their backs to the wall, Tony. Bermudians in 4-down territory here for sure.
Yeah.
First and 10, Bermudian at the 28-yard line.
So Delone had a pretty good defensive series last series. This is the fourth possession for Bermudian. They scored in their first two. Squares up to the line of Bermudian up to the line of scrimmage. They got double tight wings, motion. Give to Seabright up the middle. He's drugged down, but he keeps fighting and gets up to about the.
Seabright on carry, brought down by Ryan.
And there's a late flag here.
Flag on the play.
Have to see what that's all about. There was a gain of 3 in the play. Late flag. We'll have to see who that goes against. It was actually after the play.
Well, Bermudian's walking backwards, Tony, so that's an indication to me.
Personal foul against Bermudian.
Foul.
Now we'll have to see if the down counts.
Could be a dead ball foul.
It should have been a dead ball foul.
It looked like he was down when the flag
Yeah.
was thrown.
So it should be second down.
Got to move this. Yeah, there we go. Still haven't marked it first down. Now the second down.
It was a dead ball foul.
Yep.
Second down and 20 yards to go. It was a spot foul. Foul was committed 5 yards. So the ball sits right now at the 39-yard line. Second down and 20. Trips to the left. Single receiver out here to the right side. Seabright behind the quarterback. Motion out. Quick pass out to the flat. Nobody out there. Gouch has it, and he's going to pick up the lost yardage down to about, let's see where they knock him out at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down and 12.
Picked up a lot of yardage there, Tony, on a simple pitch and catch.
Now, nobody was out there
Yeah.
for Delone. Nobody followed him out.
He got a good initial block there, Tony.
Now third down and 12, so if you can put him in fourth and long, they're certainly not going to punt. They're in 4-down territory, but splitting way out here to the right is the slot. They got a tight wing to the left. Back in motion. Give to Lua.
Got the corner.
Nobody. Oh, but nice tackle.
Nice tackle.
Knocked down at about the 25-yard line. Picked up 5. Going to bring up a fourth down and
I'm going to say 7.
a little bit of 7. Yeah, you're all but 7. A long 7. See what they come up with here.
Well, I don't think it's too early to say this is a big play here, Tony.
Yes.
You're down 12-0. Fourth down, you need a stop. Your defense really needs a stop right here.
So does Bermudian trust the ground game or go back to the air?
See if Caden Hicks can get some pressure on this quarterback.
Thrown over the middle, ball's incomplete, falls harmlessly to the ground, and it was going to be close if they had the first down if he caught the ball. But
Yeah, it was going to be close. Delone, a little bit of pressure, bringing the linebacker up the middle. Needless to say, that's a big stop for this defense. Now let's see if this offense can get something going.
Squires take over about the 25 or 26-yard line. So they stop Bermudian in their fourth possession, and like you said, Delone hasn't had a first down yet.
Nope.
Bermudian's defense just smothering everything Delone tries to do. Inside handoff that time, Clay ball. Play ball gets positive yards up over the 30. I'm going to give him 4 on that. 2nd down and 6.
Seabright on the tackle. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
Better job at blocking at the point of attack there, Tony. As you indicated, pick up a 4. That's a positive gain. Now let's follow up and do it again.
Double wing for the Squires. Trips this way. Stalled back to throw. Slant pattern across the middle. He has, looks like it might be a 1st down.
And that is the 1st down of the evening for this Delone offense.
It is a 1st down up to the 37-yard line. A little risky pass, though.
It was.
Now the Bermudian,
I'd like to see him throw a slant and go off that, Tony.
if he has enough time.
Yeah.
So Delone picks up their first down with 7:45 left. Staub rolling out. Stops, throws down the field. Nice catch out there by Ford. And it's 4 more yards.
Yep.
Up to about the 41-yard line.
Complete for a 4-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 6.
These 3, 4, 5-yard throws, Tony, the pitch and catches, as you and I call them, are important.
2nd and 6 this time.
It can become an extension of the run game.
Well, it keeps the ball away from their offense,
Yep.
too. I mean,
Yep.
with 7:10 left here in the 2nd quarter.
Pick up a 4, follow up again.
Smith finds a little bit of room this time, and he's up to 45. Let's see where they mark him. 44. And it looks like a 3rd and 3.
Brought down by Eddie Seabright.
Boy, you call that Seabright's name offense and defense. He's all over the place.
Yeah, he is. He plays that, I believe, inside linebacker position, and he's tough in there. He's quick, and he flows well to the ball.
See what Delone comes up with here in a 3rd and short. See if they can get their 2nd 1st down of the evening.
It's every bit of 3 yards.
Stalled back to throw. Gets it out. Oh. And there's a late flag here. They're going to call 28 Lua for
a late,
roughness.
I'm going to say a late hit.
That was a late hit. I mean,
Okay, the ball was out of bounds. The receiver was, the ball was well past the receiver. And these are the rules you're seeing today to protect the players in the game.
Yeah, how do they say it in college football? He was a defenseless receiver at that time.
Yeah.
He didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 15 more yards, so that's going to help Delone again. Bring it up over the 45 to about the 42, 41-yard line. So the Squires now with 6:16 left here before half have a chance to make something happen. Ford across. Nice run. He picks up about 4. Give him 3 on that. That was Ford carrying the ball.
Flag pillar on the stop.
Yep.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, I'll call these names out here, and I'll probably do it again. 51 Goldhahn, 53 Spillman, 54 Gladfelder, and 55 Carter Storm. That front defensive line for Bermudian, that is a tough front 4.
Yeah, they're having their way up there. There's no doubt about that. Delone's working for every single yard they get. And there's a flag on the play. Offsides, Bermudian. It's going to cost Bermudian 5 more. Somebody must have lined up in the neutral zone.
Apparently so.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and let's call it probably 4 or 3. 2nd and 3 coming up. That might change the play for Coach Zortman here. I'm sure he wouldn't mind seeing this.
Brings up 2nd and 3 for the Squire.
Staub in the backfield. Give to Smith. Gets outside. He has a little bit of room out there if he can beat. He got the 1st down to about the 24-yard line. Nice move by Smith that time.
Yeah, Tony, he broke it back outside when you thought he was going to go up the middle. It looks like he beat Brandon Heller, the outside linebacker, to the corner, got the corner, and picks up the 1st down.
Sort of gave him a peg leg and kept going. I mean, that was a great move by Smith that time to get the yardage that he needed.
And Brandon Heller is a good defensive player in his own right. He's already got 27 tackles this season coming into this game.
So Delone has moved it to the 24-yard line. Staub coming this way, a little bit of pressure on him. Looks, he's under pressure, and he's going to go down in a big loss to the 39.
Well, you're right, Tony. That's a big loss.
That's a 15-yard loss.
That was 51, Luke Goldhorn. We called his name earlier.
That might have been called for. Just toss it down out of bounds over there.
Yeah, and it's first down, Tony. Throw it away as you indicate. You come back on second down. As you are right now, you got second.
Well, it was awful tough for Mr. Zach anyway. He was rolling here to the left.
Yep.
Couldn't get his shoulders squared around. Clock running 4:40 left here.
Now Bermudian goes into a three-man defensive line here, Tony.
Yeah.
And they're just going to flow with the play.
Staub has it complete. The Clay ball gets a little bit of it back down to about the 33-yard line. But it's still going to be third and about 20. .22 it says on the board there.
Yeah, good defense by Bermudian, playing that man, staying behind him, letting him catch the ball, tackling immediately, and it's a gain of about, 6 yards, I guess.
Yeah, you need definitely going to go for it if they don't get it. Another three-man line. Staub back to throw again. Tosses it down the sideline. The defensive man, four-star man, out of bounds.
It wasn't a catchable ball.
No, good play by the defensive man there.
Yep.
By Lane Hubbard. So now we got fourth down and 18. Too far for a field goal. And the Squires, let's see if they're going to go for it or if they're going to punt it away.
I believe they're going to punt it, Tony.
Yep, looks like they are, George.
Punt it.
Punt it and hope to get them deep.
Yeah. Again, Tony, it looks like they can hold it just a little bit longer to get the coverage downfield.
Oh, now, you would have to kick a good one now. He puts that out of the end zone. Wow.
I think that was his best kick of the year.
Yeah, that's going to come out to the 20-yard line. He boomed that one.
Yeah.
So with 3:40 left here before halftime, 12-0 Bermudian. A reset. Bermudian had a 3-yard run by Lua and a 65-yard pass to Gouch from Hubbard. Both extra points. One was the kick was missed, and then the 2-point conversion was missed.
With no pressure there on the punter, Tony, you'd like to see him take his time and maybe directionally punt down to the corner of the end zone, maybe the 10-yard line. But he
nailed that one.
Yeah, he nailed it. He got all of it.
Here comes Bermudian. They got 3:40 to do something with the ball. They get the ball coming out to start the second half, too. So they can go 2 for 1 here. Big series for Delone's defense. Lua gets it wide, gets a little bit of room, and looks like he has the first down. Give him 11 yards on that one. Up over the 30 to about the 31-yard line.
Well, good run by Lua, Tony. He didn't try to keep going outside. He got upfield and got positive yardage.
No, he ran that sweep the way it's supposed to be. He brought it back inside.
Yep, got it beyond the sticks and picked up first down.
Bermudian with 2 timeouts left. They're going to try the same thing to this side. Nice cut, and he's driving. That's Gouch, and Gouch gets up to about the 39-yard line before he's put down.
What do you say, Tony? Follow the guards in this offense?
Follow the guards. It's going to take you to the ball.
We could see the guards coming this way.
Far defensive end stays at home for any counters coming back, and you follow the guards, and they're going to take you right to the ball. So it's under 3 minutes now. Second down and 2.
Delone defense really needs to rise up here, Tony. Keep them out of the end zone.
Give to Seabright, and he's going to have the first down up to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we talked about him, Tony. He's only 5'7" in height, but he's 180, and he looks very strong running the ball. He gets up positive yards after contact.
Bermudian running their quarterback over to the sideline, getting a play, and that
takes
chopping about 10 seconds off each play.
Yeah. Let's see if he throws it up here, Tony.
Motion by Lua. Quick pitch out to Lua. A lot of blocking out there. Oh, nice play by the inside man there for Delone. Was that Zig?
On the tackle.
Tony, Caden Hicks
Caden Hicks made a nice play.
Yeah, he fought through the initial blocker and made the tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's a big gainer.
That's a big gainer. And he shed the block, and we're under 2 minutes here. See if Bermudian elects to keep this ball on the ground. They have 2 timeouts left. Delone has all 3. Back to throw. Oh, he's hit when he throws, but he has a man wide open.
Hubbard's pass intended for Gauch.
They're going to call it incomplete. I guess his feet were out of bounds because he did catch the ball.
Well, he was all alone, number 1, Tony.
Yeah, how did he get out there? I don't know.
The only thing that really saved that play was the pressure that we got on the quarterback.
Well, there's a flag back here now also.
Yeah, that he had to get rid of that ball earlier than he wanted to. That receiver was running by himself.
So what's the call?
Looks like Lua's down, Tony. You just hope it's a cramp and nothing more. Number 28.
We'll have to see what the call is. That's back where it could be roughing the passer, but looked like they had the passer before he threw the ball.
Yeah. Now Lua, 28's down. He's a senior, 5'9", 175.
No call from the ref yet. They're talking it over there.
Yeah, he looks like he's okay, which is a really good sign. Looks like he's walking off on his own power.
And here comes the ref to give us the call. We don't know what it was yet.
Well, my guess it's either holding or roughing the passer.
It's either holding or roughing the passer. It can't be too much else.
They're still talking about it a little bit.
And I can't believe it's roughing the passer because contact was made when the quarterback still had the ball. Well, they're marking it against Bermudian. It looks like I have no idea what they just called. Actually, they're going to mark it against Delone. What's the call, Mr. Ref? And it's a 15-yard penalty against Delone for something. What's the call? He's not giving us the call. Oh, he's saying the kid swung his arms. Roughing the passer. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No, I don't know about that one.
First and 10, Bermudian.
The contact with the passer was made while the ball was still in the passer's hand. But it's going to be that as it may. The ball's at the 43-yard line. First and 10 for Bermudian. And they still don't know what's going on out there. And they're going to move it up further. 5 more yards up. So the ball is now at the 37-yard line. First and 10 with 1:40 left.
I think he only marked off 10 initially. Coming back this way.
Number 30 has the ball first down, close to the first down. That was Heller.
Yeah, he's a junior, Tony. Brandon Heller. He's a running back too.
So he got to the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down and 6, or second down and 4, I'm sorry.
7 brings up second and 3.
Got out of bounds, Tony, to stop the clock.
Wow. Second and 3. Back to throw. Has a man out there, throws it downfield, but it's short. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Intended for Hubbard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coverage out there by number 2, Nate Smith.
Well, the pass incompletion stops the clock, and they can run 2 plays here to get the first down.
And they have 2 timeouts left.
Yep.
And they get the ball coming out because this drive started at the 20-yard line and a punt sailed into the end zone. And they've already went 50 yards here with the ball. 1:27 left. See right behind the quarterback, Hubbard. Motion. Again, they're going to try to run outside, and they got the first down.
Heller around the outside.
Out of bounds again, the ball at the 20-yard line. No, they're going to keep the clock running, I think.
Tony, that's Braden Heller.
Yep.
Up for Bermudian first down.
He's a junior, 5'10", 155. Getting in on the action.
And the clock's going to run here down to 14-yard line, 22-yard line. Give to Seabright. He's hitting. He drives down to about the 16-yard line.
Well, he's getting through the hole, Tony. He's getting 4 yards before anybody touched him.
Timeout, Bermudian. Their second of the half.
Yep.
Danny, it's while we got the time, you want to go through the scores? Okay. 1:04 left, 12-0. Bermudian driving. Aided by a roughing the passer call here.
Timeout, Bermudian. Now, if I can have your attention, please, for a few seconds, I would like to acknowledge Specialist Ariel Snyder, salutatorian from the class of 2023, who recently transferred from her home unit in Carlisle to embark as a soldier with the Pennsylvania National Guard's 1st Battalion, 111th Infantry Regiment, 56th Stryker Brigade, also known as the Task Force Associators, for a 1-year deployment to the Republic of Djibouti off the Horn of Africa to support American interests in this territory.
Well, 2nd down and 4, Tony. Somehow this Delone defense has to get a stop.
Yeah, they have to get a stop here. 1 timeout left. 15 yards to go to hit pay dirt. Back to throw. Man crossed the middle. It's called out in the flat. Out of bounds to Gauch. Gets out of bounds about the 6-yard line.
Another immediate first down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, it looked like the wideout just ran everybody off, and the slot, the man in the wing, Tony, or the slot, just did a down and out.
Yeah, well drawn up play there. So the ball laying right at the 7-yard line. Motion. They're going back to the play that they've been picking up a lot of yardage, and it looks like Braden Heller's into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown run.
That's been their bread.
50 seconds left here before half.
That's been their bread and butter play there, Tony, so far tonight. Positive yards every time they run it.
Heller with a 6-yard run. It's now 18-0.
Yeah, they really found something on with Brandon Heller, Tony, coming in motion, getting the ball, and getting to the corner.
Well, they're making a lot of yardage on the sweeps to both corners. But Heller, that drive featured Heller down there and doing the sweeps after the.
Yeah, featured a big pass interference call.
Well,
too.
that one pass interference they called roughing
or
the quarterback.
Roughing the quarterback.
Which I guess that's what they saw also. Give to Seabright up the middle, and he's going to walk in for the 2-point conversion.
Seabright in for the conversion.
20-0. That goes to 20-0.
So you score with 50 seconds left of the half. Bermudian Springs 20, Delone Catholic 0.
So Delone, who drove down to about the 15-yard line before a 20-yard sack, can't get in the end zone, turns the ball back over to Bermudian, and they go with 4:01 left. They travel 80 yards for the score, aided by a roughing the passer call. Of course, Delone got their 15-yard penalty here, blocking there. Scores here, we got Littlestown 7, York Tech 6. Trinity leads Milton Hershey 14-7. Central York 31, Southwestern nothing. York New Oxford 20, York Suburban nothing, and still nothing on the Hanover York Catholic game. Thanks, guys. We'll turn it over to Danny here at halftime, and we'll go next door.
Smith and Cole back deep for the Squires.
Delone with 3 timeouts left. Low line drive kick. Smith tries to find some room, and he gets up to about the 34-yard line, where he's knocked down with 44 seconds left. Let's see if Delone tries to do anything here. 20-0 Bermudian Springs.
Well, it's been all Bermudian in this first half.
Yeah, Delone just,
First and 10 Squires.
they don't look as quick as they did last week.
33-yard line.
Let's see if Staub can get something going here. We're just going to run it out and get into the locker room here and regroup. We saw Bermudian come back, or Biglerville come back last week after halftime. Looks like Delone's going to have to do the same thing tonight. Back to throw. Pass out to Clayball. Oh, he was a step away from breaking that. Got 8 yards in that pass play. Clock's going to run. Delone does have 3 timeouts left.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Don't look like they're going to use it. Squires up to the line of scrimmage. Stahl back to throw. Throws it out. Oh, Ford couldn't haul it in.
Took his eyes off of it.
Yeah, about the 50-yard line. It would have been a first down.
Yeah, took his eyes off of
Only
it.
9 seconds left now.
Bermudian playing safe, only rushing 3 and dropping everybody else.
Playball brings the play in. Yeah, they're dropping back into a prevent now. Give to Smith. He breaks it for the first down up over at about the 46-yard line, and that's where the half's going to end. 20-0 here at half, unless Delone calls a timeout, which I don't think they're going to do. So it's halftime here, 20-0 Bermudian. We'll send it back to Danny Smith, and we'll be back after halftime.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Guys, thanks for hanging in there with us tonight. We've had a little bit of technical difficulty, but we're hanging in there. The guys have been doing a great job. We have students here with us, Luke and Zach. Luke is our intern. Zach's one of our DCBN students. Thanks to Tony, George, and Mike Knoll. I am going to get the scores that we have up right now. Sorry, I got kids talking in the background, so I'm trying to keep track of what they're saying. I do not know if Reverend Rudolph is going to make it up for us tonight, but if not, we will certainly, or if he does, we will certainly get through things. Please pay attention to the things that we're putting up. We didn't have time to do announcements because we were having some difficulty, but huge shout out and thank you to Mrs. Legacy for getting us up on tonight, because like I said, we were doing great and then had some internet difficulties. Want to thank our Squire Guild members, the Tremor Family Dentistry, G&S Foods, Donald B. Smith and Roofing Incorporated, McSherrystown Home Association, Griffith Plumbing Services, the McSherrystown K, Council number 2551, and the Ladies Auxiliary, the Hanover Auto Team, David Ross Orthodontics, Thrive at Molly Bruce, Conawago Enterprises, Conawago Contractors, and UPMC. We really appreciate everything that our Squire Guild members do to help support our community here. They provide financial and professional support for our academic and extracurricular programs of Delone and its students in the pursuit of excellence. In addition to the financial support, if you're interested in helping out with our Squires Guild, you can support Delone Catholic through volunteering as a guest speaker, providing opportunities for our students through internships, and participate in the tax credit programs, and also through prayer. To discuss how your business can join the Squires Guild, please reach out to Mr. Matthew Thomas. He's our Director of Community Engagement at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org, or you can call him at 717-637-5969, extension 216, or visit the website, DeloneCatholic.org/Squires Guild, or scan that QR code. It'll take you right to that page. Also, 1 second here, we have a blood drive coming up. 1 second here, I do want to reposition the camera a little bit if I can. bear with me. We do have a blood drive coming up. I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing on and get the information up. Apologize for that. But just know we are going to be focusing on the band in some upcoming live streams. Friday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. You can schedule a time to give blood here at Delone Catholic. Scan the QR code to make your reservation or go to the website under news and you can get the blood drive information. Please, if you have time that day, schedule and bring up, help the community with that. Attention, class of 2024, and the parents of the class of 2024. If you ordered a yearbook, they are available in the main office during regular school hours, so we will get that back up as a reminder throughout the live stream. Homecoming week is coming up October 5th through 13th. For more information, please scan the QR code or check out the website or my DCHS app. Season passes are on sale. We want to make sure you're aware of that. And the fall program is still available. You can get paper copies or you can get a digital copy. You just want to scan the QR code. Everything I'm talking to you about tonight is either on the My DCHS app or the website. Reverend Rudolph is up here, so once he mics up, if he wants to join us, we will get him on, and I will stop talking to you to death, speeding through. He is on.
Yes, hello.
Thank you so much
Danny.
for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I can't believe, honestly, another Friday night is here.
I know. Now, we do have a couple weeks off, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From football, but we are going to have some other live streams.
Absolutely. And I will just say something about next Friday while we're speaking of Friday nights off from home games. Next Friday's game, varsity football for the Squires at Fairfield, is in jeopardy based on Fairfield's numbers and injuries. As of right now, it's scheduled to be played, but they usually make a decision each week by Tuesday or Wednesday to let us know exactly what's happening.
Well, we will certainly pray for the health and well-being
Yes.
of everyone. I mean, it's great when we walk away with the win, but not like that. We don't want to have a
we don't want to forfeit.
We don't want to see a forfeit.
And we want Fairfield's a valuable member of our league and a neighboring town. And we want them to have vibrant athletics and arts, and so we hope that they get their football program turned around.
Absolutely.
So, yes, but it is an exciting week here at JT Flaherty. I'll jump ahead. No home football game this week, but we do have, or varsity-wise, but we do have JV football here against Berm Monday night. So be sure to, if you want to get your football fix in, come on by Monday here, and then also in the stadium. Thursday night, a double feature for boys and girls soccer. And so we'll be hosting Hanover High School. No JV for Hanover for either. So we'll do a double hitter here, boys and girls.
Do you know if that one will be on the huddle so that people can tune in for that?
Yeah, yes, we can make sure that happens on the huddle camera.
Yeah, we're not able to be here. I did put up the live streams DCBN will be doing, but if you subscribe and we push anything out on the huddle, you will get notification on that if you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
The other thing happening Thursday night's a fun night, and we'll have also inside the gym our red hot volleyball team, which is 10-0 and number 1 in District 3 volleyball. They will host Littlestown High School here for JV starting at 6 and varsity to follow. So it is a jam-packed night here on property of Delone Catholic High School. I'll jump right ahead since we talked about Friday. We backed up to Thursday. Now let's go ahead to Saturday. If the producers of this program would not like how I'm doing this.
The producer
The rundown.
blesses you to say how you're in charge. I'm grateful for the moment to breathe.
But Saturday, 11 a.m., we will host for boys soccer Wyomissing Area High School at 11 a.m., weather permitting. So that's exciting and different here. So Flaherty Field will be used this week. And so that's exciting. Come on out and support our boys and girls tennis teams or our boys and girls soccer teams are having a terrific fall, and we're sure that they are in line as well to go into the district playoffs, and we're expecting big things from them as we enter into and get closer to October. So now let's back up. I mentioned tennis. Our girls tennis team just had a victory tonight, York Country Day, a rare Friday tennis match, but they won, which pushes their record to 6-2, and they're leading the division. They just beat Biglerville yesterday, a division rival. So we're really proud of Coach Denise and her program. She'll be honored before our homecoming football game here for her years of service. So we're excited and to be able to recognize her. And as most of our coaches, she does not want to be recognized. She does not want to be called out onto the football field. But I have forced her to be here for her players' sake, so that we can thank her and recognize all that she has done for not just Delone Catholic tennis, but the whole community. I mean, she works with youngsters and she works with adults, and she just loves the game of tennis, and we have benefited from it here at Delone Catholic. And so be sure to, I'm sure you're already coming to the homecoming football game, but be sure to get here early to support and thank Coach Denise.
Yes, I mean, we are very lucky here at Delone with the number of people who pitch in and work behind the scenes, and people don't even know they're here doing the things they do to make things happen. So it is important, despite their reluctance, to get those thank yous, that we do thank them.
Right. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I have been amazed. You know, I've been around Delone Catholic for 4 or 5 years as a coach and teacher and parent, and now it's beginning my second year as athletic director. But you would not believe how many of our coaches have just been here literally forever. I mean, this whole football staff that we're looking at here tonight, you know, most of them went here and they've been assisting and coaching for 20 plus years. All of them. It's really just amazing the love that you acquire for this place and this community, and how it just sticks with you and you just want to give back. So I'm just so thankful, and that's across the board with our athletic programs and many of our teachers as well, and certainly the volunteers. That's the other thing. I was out walking the grounds this week, and we had, you know, Frank Felix mowing and Dave Lawrence lining the field, and Moose was doing something on the football field, Noel, and it's just amazing. And I thought to myself, when these guys aren't here for whatever reason, when they retire to Florida, what are we going to do? It's just amazing men and women, Patty Smith and Jimmy, who are constantly doing stuff here to support the kids and don't want any recognition.
And on that, I've got to point out you and your family as well. Look at the Yealeys. It's a family. It's a family endeavor. You find that you're paid to be here from this time to this time, but you find you're here earlier and later a lot.
Well, yes.
And we appreciate that, because without that, and I was thanking Mrs. Legacy. We had internet trouble, and she was like jumping in. She's at home, she's off the clock, but
right.
she's helping us right up until the moment. And she was even so kind to say, "Don't worry, I'm going to leave my laptop up. If you have any problems, yell and I'll get it." And so it's that kind of dedication and support that keeps us doing.
Exactly.
So we may not be perfect at what we do, but the heart behind everything we do is incredible.
Right, and I'm glad you mentioned family too, because I want to I'll take a personal privilege and mention my wife, who is competing, George, in Ironman Maryland tomorrow. So my wife Melissa is in Cambridge. I'll be going there tonight after the game to support her tomorrow morning. She'll be swimming 2 miles in the Chop Tank River, and then biking 112 miles, and then running a marathon all tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So she's an amazing
shout out to her.
Yeah, amazing athlete. She's an amazing mother and spouse, and also she works full-time and has a business startup as well.
Wow.
She's just terrific.
I just need to thank George for that wonderful pantomime, the Go Volleyball, and to shout out volleyball. George was doing a little pantomime to remind us volleyball.
Yes, they are 10-0 and #1 in the district. So be sure to come out again this Thursday night against Littlestown. They're away at New Oxford too, so that's close by if you want to go Monday night and catch them in New Oxford.
And I'm going to do a little shout out and thank you to our refs that are out there on the field. Yes, they get paid to be here, but they do a tremendous amount. And like for tonight, you have someone like my husband who's out there working with the crew, but he's not on, but they're learning. So you'll often see refs going to games they're not scheduled for to learn and grow and do better. So we appreciate all they do.
Yeah, and there's a shortage across the board, across the country for officials, and so that's a reminder that we are, the PIAA is looking for, and they have special programs for young people.
Yes.
As well, and just recruiting efforts and that's also a reminder to all of us. We get so passionate about our sports that we need to be kind to these officials as well.
Yes. And I especially if you see a young adult out there, usually they're doing the younger kids and not varsity. But last year it was great because we had a player who would play on Friday night and then he would officiate on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we need, the kids, it's great to see them out there on the field. So please be kind. I understand you get passionate, but please be kind to our officials.
Yep, exactly.
Anything else coming up we need to be aware of?
No, I would just, again, go to the website.
Yes.
And our social media to keep track of all the future Squire and the senior nights that will be sneaking up. I do want to mention, because senior night, cross country, our cross country team is home on Tuesday night as well, and that's a neat venue because you can go right over to Cadorus Park and you can see almost the entire race. I was able to do that a couple times last year. So cross country is home this week, and then also they have their senior night October 1st.
Unfortunately, we can't bring that to you,
yes.
But hopefully there'll be some pictures that are shared with us that we can get up on social media. The My DCHS app is a great way to stay up to date with what's going on. Also, of course, the website, but the My DCHS app I've been using a lot. You can filter it and see exactly what you want to see. It has the news, it has the athletics, it has the spiritual life. It has all of that going on. So I think the guys are ready to get back to what they're doing.
All right, well, thank you, Danny.
Thank
for all
you
that you
for
do
coming
as well.
up.
All right, we'll give it back to George and Tony.
I'm going to let them mic up before I turn them on because sometimes I get a little feedback, and then I'm going to hand things back over to them once they give me the go-ahead. I got the thumbs up. Thank you, guys.
And we're back here at JT Flaherty Field here in the campus of Delone Catholic High School, getting ready to start the second half. Squires have to kick off the Bermudian, 20-0 Bermudian. They had an 80-yard drive right before half to make this a 20-0 game, and Delone's going to have to figure some stuff out here.
Well, it's going to be a tough go, Tony. The story of this game, I think, is the line of scrimmage, point of attack. This defensive line for Bermudian, and I called these names earlier, Goldhahn, Spillman, Gladfelder, Storm, and Bermudian's linebackers flow so well. They have shut down the rushing attack for Delone. There's no question about it. They're strong at the point of attack.
And they started running that sweep. We seem to have stopped Seabright a little bit and concentrating on that. So they're running wide with wide pitches and wide sweeps and picking up all kind of yardage.
I'm going to call it a jet sweep. Would you go along with that?
Well, it's a buck sweep. It's out of the wing tee. Now you're right. It's when they pitch it out to the guy in motion, that's a jet sweep.
Yeah.
But it's just a regular wing tee sweep when they run a man in motion and give him the ball.
Yeah.
But and Delone's getting beat in the edge, and they're getting good blocking. Another thing we have to say about Bermudian's defense, they're covering very well.
They are.
Staub can't find anybody deep and has to lay it out here to the flat and picking up 4 or 5 yards, which is good yardage if we can do it consistently, but we can't. We haven't had anything consistent. We got down inside the 15-yard line, then gave up a sack, and that sort of took us out of that drive.
Yep. Yeah, that was something we needed to do there, Tony. No question about it. We didn't get in the end zone there, and that hurt us.
So, Danny, if one more time we could go back to the scores. I'll give people an update on the out-of-town scores here before we start our second half here at JT Flaherty Field. Sister in Florida is listening. Buzz Clunk has left the scene. Littlestown still hanging on over York Tech, 7-6. Trinity 14, Milton Hershey 7. Central York 31-0 over Southwest. New Oxford 27-6 over Suburban. And nothing still yet on Hanover York Catholic. When it has that Hanover York Catholic score, you can text Danny or text me. Last week, some people tried to message me on Facebook the scores. Well, I don't have that up when I'm up here, so you won't be able to get that to me. So that's the only score we don't have. Thanks, guys, for updating the scores. Littlestown, York Tech's hanging right there with Littlestown 7-6.
Well, we said this was a very seasoned, senior-dominated team, Tony, with a lot of starters back for Bermudian. They haven't disappointed. Eddie Seabright, senior running back. Gouch, senior running back. Lua, senior running back. And late in the first half, Dylan Hubbard got into the action, Tony. Yeah. Number 12.
No, I don't know if
he's
him.
A senior.
I don't know if him and Lane Hubbard are brothers or cousins or whatever, but and then Heller started running the ball. Everybody in this team can go the distance, and Delone's actually not doing a bad job defensively. They're giving up big chunks of yardage, but they haven't given up the home run yet.
Nope.
Except in that long pass, and that was a great throw.
Yeah, the coverage was in pretty good position. It was just a great throw and even a wonderful catch. So
Delone did have a little bit of success when they tried a few blitzes.
Yeah, but this is a very strong, seasoned Bermudian Springs team.
Nolan Cruz in the kick for the Squires.
Coach McMaster in to say hello to us. Nolan Cruz is going to kick for the Squires here. Back deep, let's see who they put back in their kicks. That looks like number 13, Gouch. And who's over there, George? Is that number 30? I think it is. I think it's Heller on the other side.
That would make sense. Brandon Heller.
Heller and Gouch back deep.
Gouch and Heller back deep for Bermudian.
Brandon Heller, just a junior. He's trying to get his touches, Tony, competing against this senior backfield.
Well, he got a few touches there in that last drive.
Yes, he did. Nice kick.
That's
Beautiful
kick. Go into the end zone, and they've been waiting for that from Nolan all year.
Yeah.
And he put that in 5 yards deep in the end zone, so Bermudian's going to have to start at the 20-yard line.
Goes out of the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for Bermudian.
Well, this is where you got to pick yourself up. You're down. You've been knocked down 20-0.
Yeah, you got to make something happen, a turnover, or make them give you at least punt the ball to you. Right now, you got to start doing something. Coming out of the locker room, I'm sure the coaches addressed all the problems that they had here in the first half. And here we go to start the second half. Double wing set. Motion. Gouch gets the ball in the sweep, and he's knocked down for a gain of about 3 yards.
Pretty well defended right there.
Yeah, we turned it back in, and we had man there to make the tackle. It's 34-0 New Oxford now. 34-6 New Oxford. They ran the second half kickoff back up there about 7 miles from here. Try to get you a Hanover score, York Catholic score if we can. So let's see what they can do here with 2nd down and 8 yards. Hanover 7, York Catholic 7 in the 3rd quarter. Thank you, Mike. Draw play, Seabright, and he's going to
get the first.
Yeah.
That was all him again. Up to give him 10 yards back up to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bermudian.
And move the sticks.
Actually, they're going to give him up to the 33, so make that 11 yards in that carry.
At the 33-yard line.
Well, he's 5'7",
That's
Tony.
about the 3rd time they ran that play tonight. And
yeah. So he's 5'7". He's already running low to the ground.
Yeah. He kept them feet churning and picked up the yardage after the first hit.
Yes, he did.
Double wing set. They sort of like this set now. Inside counter, nothing there. You pick up to the 41, maybe 2 yards.
Right up the middle.
Caden Hicks made an initial hit, Tony. 26 was in there also.
Brings up second
Braden Clayball.
Second down 7.
But hard to bring him down with just one man.
Yeah, it is. You got to GAN tackle him, and they worked on it all week. And I think, they're stopping. They're really doing a nice job on him, even though he got away for the last 14 yards. But now this time they got trips over to the right side. Back to throw. He's under a little pressure. Throws it down the field.
Hubbard, pass intended for Gouch, incomplete.
And Gouch tried to catch it, but they said it was intended for him. I'm not sure it was. I think it was for the next guy down the road.
I agree with you, Tony.
And he got hit and short-armed it a little bit.
J.D. Zig put some pressure on that quarterback. He got rid of the ball just a little sooner than he wanted to. That impacted that play.
Yeah, I think he wanted the other crossing. It might have been number 30, Gouch. I'm not sure who he was throwing it to, but
well, here we go, Tony. Third down. You want to get your defense off the field.
yeah, big play here, early here in the third quarter. They're going to go back to the sweep.
That's their bread and butter play right there.
And it's going
Gouch
to
off the right side.
ref went down on that side, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. And
Jack Gouch, Tony, on that carry.
yeah, 4th and 1. Let's see what Bermudians.
4th and 1 for the Eagles.
And that play's been so effective for him.
Well, I don't know if Delone stopped him for a yard all night, so Bermudian's going to probably go for this.
Yep. My guess is they're going to give it to Seabright.
Or a quarterback sneak. That would be my guess. Give to Seabright. He has the first down up the 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
Seabright in the carry. Smully
So the
in
third down play made that play.
First down for Bermudian.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. 9 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Special birthday announcement today, Miss Kathy Sutton. You see Kathy Sutton, make sure you wish her a very happy birthday.
Squires need a stop. There's that quick pitch out to Gouch out the sideline. He finds a little bit running room. First down,
Well,
down the sideline, inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
Well,
Forward on the
can you think of a reason not to keep going back to that play, Tony? We
No.
haven't stopped it all night.
No. That's the quick pitch out of the wing T guy going in motion.
first down Bermudian.
And they found something they like there. It's not really a dangerous play. You're throwing it. The only guy that's going to get is him.
Yep.
Delone's going to have to come up with something here. And this is a set they've been going to now. 2 wides, two wings. Motion. Sweep this way. And he's gone unless Delone can get him here. And that's Heller. He's going to be knocked out at the 5-yard line. Good downfield blocking by Bermudian there. Oh, we got a flag where? At the 15, it might be a hold against Bermudian. Maybe that's why it was good downfield blocking.
But he picked up considerable yardage before the holding call.
Yeah, the holding call is going to bring it back and make it 2nd down and 1. Or 1st and 1.
Holding Bermudian.
I'm not sure if he didn't get the first down because it's going to be mark it back out to the 25, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
Bringing that motion man back to the strong side, Tony, and overloading. They're just they've got the defense outnumbered on this
Well,
side.
the wing block's down, so
Yeah.
unless you're going to spin outside, you're going to give up the outside. It's a tenet of the wing T. Now, he'll block down if they run the sweep again. Gouch goes, and they are going to run that sweep again. Now, this time Gouch tries to cut it back up, and he's going to get 3.
Gouch off the right side.
And that time, Delone did a decent job turning it back
Smully
inside.
on the
Yeah.
left side. In on
Up to the
tackle.
22, makes it 2nd down and 7.
They didn't get all the stretch that they were getting before. And he cut it back up inside.
Well, the wing's going to block down on the defensive end, so the defensive end's got to keep his outside shoulder outside the wing. And actually, the play's supposed to be run inside up under, but if there's nobody out there, he's going to take it outside. And this looks like pretty much what they're doing here. Now they're going to give it to Seabright this time. He finds a little bit of room down to the 15-yard line. Probably going to be a first down.
Brought down by Levi Davenport.
And now you're seeing vintage wing T sweeps, and then once you start thinking about sweep, you get them sweep conscious. The fullback takes it up the middle.
Yeah, I would also go as far to say is you're seeing the clinic on how to run the wing T.
Yeah.
Okay. Good blocking at the point of attack. A lot of misdirection.
Looks like Southern Columbia out there running that thing. They try to reverse there, and see Gouch has pulled down that. Let's get that.
Well, Tony,
Braden Smith made a nice play there.
That's a great play by Braden Smith because Gouch is a fine, outstanding back, and he ran him down on the corner for a loss. That's a nice play.
Yeah, they faked the counter and gave it on a reverse to Gouch. Smith read it,
Braden,
made a tackle.
Braden
Kobe
Smith
just went into game number 24 for Delone. See if they go back to their just regular sweep here. Back to throw, under a little bit of pressure, throws it into the end zone. He went up and got it. Now they're going to call that a touchdown or an out of. Oh, they're going to.
Pass complete for a touchdown.
The ref's going to call it a touchdown. The people down there in the corner don't think so, but it's a 18-yard touchdown pass.
Tony, I think that was Brandon Heller.
Hubbard on the reception.
Or Hubbard.
Hubbard's second touchdown on the second long catch. 18 pass from Hubbard.
Tony, pretty good coverage. He just went up and out jumped our defender for the ball and made a great play.
Yeah, we couldn't see if he was. It was awful close to the end line there. Some people down there in that corner dispute what the call was, but the ref was right there, made a call right away. They're going to go for two again to get back to 28. Give to Seabright this time. And he pows, but he's not going to make it.
Seabright on the carry, brought down by Hicks and Clayball.
Well, good effort there by the Delone defense to keep him out of the end zone on the two-point conversion.
With 6:17 left in the third. Bermudian 26, Delone 0.
26-0, and Delone
but a lot
got
of
their work cut out for him.
A lot of credit on that. A lot of credit on that throw and catch there, Tony. He just went up and he got it.
Yeah, it was a great grab. Like I said, we not worrying about the feet because we certainly can't see it from here. York Tech, Littlestown 7-6. 14-13 Milton Hershey leading. 38-0 Central York. 41-6 New Oxford all over Suburban. That's going to start the clock up there and at Central York. And we had a 7-7 score Hanover and York Catholic. 7-7 was the last we saw from the Hanover York Catholic game. So Bermudian ate up almost half of the third quarter there in that drive.
It was impressive, very impressive offensive series by Bermudian.
Picked up some third down plays along the way. So they got 24 kicking off this time. Keller, Lou and Keller have been splitting the kickoff duties tonight. Keller drives out on the ground. Picked up by the up man for the Squires. And let's see who that was. Brought it up to the 47-yard line. Number 17. That was Smellion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the Squires with their best starting position of the night.
Almost broke it, Tony. Last man made the tackle.
Up to the 47-yard line. See what Coach Zortman comes up with here. Delone next week plays Fairfield at Fairfield. Then they go into the Shepherd and Mares and play Hanover. And then 3 weeks from tonight, they play Littlestown in their homecoming game.
Mm-hmm.
Timeout. Bermudian, but we have a flag back here for some reason. Oh, Bermudian have 12 guys in the field?
Timeout, Bermudian.
Yeah, I have no idea what the flag was.
I think it's 12. I think they had 12 players on the field, I think.
So they
was it 12?
So they called a timeout before the penalty.
Yeah. Well,
Trummer Family Dentistry, GS Foods, Donald B. Smith Roofing, McSherrystown Home Association, Griffith Plumbing Services, McSherrystown K, Council 2551 and the Ladies Auxiliary, The Hanover Auto Team, David Roth Orthodontics, Vibrant with Molly Bruce, Cunnawalla Enterprises, Cunnawalla Contractors, and UPMC. Thank you for supporting our Squires. If you need more information how to do that, contact Matthew Thomas, Director of Community Engagement, at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org. So the Squires take over the best field position of the night. Starting field position at the 47-yard line, their own. Holtenstein in motion. Staub looks, fires it down the field for Holtenstein.
It's pretty good coverage in my mind right there.
Yeah, I don't see any
No,
flag there. I
no
mean,
interference.
both were going for the ball.
Yep.
So. Actually, if there should have been a flag, I thought Holtenstein cut up there a little early. You see that too?
Yeah, the extension of the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing trying to make a play. And I like the call on first down.
Okay, second down 10.
Second and 10, Delone at the 47-yard line.
Comes up airplane or something in over from the school side. Give to Smith. Oh, Staub kept it. I thought Smith had it. Staub's going to be brought down for a 1-yard loss by Eddie Seabright.
Yep. And Bermudian playing some stunts up front, Tony, with their linemen.
And we got a guy for Bermudian down on the floor here.
Yeah, I think that's Carter Storm, I believe, Tony.
I
I think he has a
I
cramp.
think he got a cramp too. 5th game of the year here. We got cramps still. So unless something happens drastic here, Delone's going to probably fall here to 3-2 in the year and 1-1 in the league. It's not going to hurt them too much in the district, though, because they come right back against Fairfield and Hanover.
But
and we knew at the beginning of the year. I mean, when we talked to Coach Dortmund at the beginning of the year, he said the district championship would be running through Bermudian.
Yeah.
So it was no.
Yep. A lot of these seniors played a lot of football last year as juniors, and this is a senior-laden team, talented. They've got speed, athleticism, and I like their strength up front, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they lost Carpenter at quarterback. From what I see from Hubbard tonight, he's a very capable replacement here tonight.
Yeah. Lane Hubbard, just a junior. He's managing this offense. That's 55 getting up. We hope he's okay. He's walking off on his own power. That's Carter Storm.
Bermudian has Biggerville next week, so
yep,
that'll be the big matchup in the league next week.
Birthday today. Happy birthday, Tracy Cronister.
3rd down and 10 for the Squires.
Happy birthday.
Ford and Cole out there to the left side. Tight wing over here to the right side.
Looks like Gavin Reinert comes in at defensive end position.
Stalled back to throw. Going to take off running. He has room to get the first. Makes a stutter step and gets up to about the 41-yard line. He's going to have the first down.
Staub on the keeper. Knocked out of bounds by number 12, Dylan Hubbard.
Good decision that time by Zach.
Yeah, this field opened up like the Red Sea there.
Yeah, he gets 13 yards on that play.
Good decision by Zach. And
well, I haven't seen, I don't know if you did, but I haven't seen a blitz all night from Bermudian unless I missed something. But their front 4 or front 3, whatever they decide to rush.
Yeah, they've got some other players up in there right now, Tony. There's 51 with pressure.
Ball, he had a short arm that. He was being rushed.
Yeah, Luke Goldhorn.
Put the rush on.
Put the rush on, Tony, number 51. We've called his name a couple times tonight.
And Staub tried to short arm that and get it down there to, looks like Ford.
Yeah, as I said before, they did bring in Gavin Reinert in at defensive end. He's a sophomore, 6 foot 170, number 23.
Well, since 55 went out, they've been going here with a 3-man front.
Yep.
Almost like a 5-3-5, a 3-5-3.
Yep.
And the linebackers are pretty active.
Seabright brings it now. He comes from a
Ball complete to Holdenstein out here. See where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yep.
That was a quick pass. Now that time Seabright did
come on the blitz
from the right side. Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd down 3. I'm sure with two down territory here for the Squires. Ball out of bounds with 5:02 left here in the 3rd quarter.
If they're going to play that 3-man front, Tony, it might be interesting to see if Delone runs it here.
Well, somebody's got to get to Seabright. Delone does run it. 1st down for Smith. He's up to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I like the call. Get the 1st down.
Give him 8 yards on that. 1st down up here at the 26-yard line.
First down.
Clock will run here when they set the chains. Yeah, if they're going to stay in that 3-man front, I would guess we'd run it a little bit. Give to Smith again. Again, he gets good yardage about the 22-yard line. Give him 4 yards on that.
Yep.
2nd and 6.
8-5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Actually, they put him at the 21, so give him 5 on that. PA announcer was right. 2nd and 5.
Now Bermudian goes back into their front 4.
Yeah, they 4 guys up there now. Smith again finds a little bit of room on the outside.
Oh, good tackle.
Nice tackle out here. Boy,
Braden
Heller
Heller,
made the
Tony.
tackle.
He's made a couple really nice tackles tonight.
3 more yards, 3rd down and 2.
He's one of the leading tacklers on this defense coming into the game tonight. He
Yeah,
had 27 tackles.
If he didn't make that tackle, I think Smith goes to the end zone. That was a nice form tackle there.
Yes, it was. Braden Heller, Jr., 5'10", 155.
Doing it offensively and defensively here tonight. Smith again gets the ball, finds a little bit of a hole, spins up. He's going to be awful close to the 1st down. He might be just a yard, a titch short. Let's see. See where they mark it. Smith's going to have to come off. I think he has a cramp.
That's Gladfelder, 54, walking off. He looks like he has a cramp.
Timeout on the field.
Where are they going to
Timeout for a measurement?
Where are they going to mark it?
Oh, we got who's down? Somebody for Delone's down.
That's Smith.
Okay. So Smith's down.
Wow, they're only marking it at the 22-yard line. I thought he had more than that. So it's 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And with Smith not in there, now that makes it interesting what they're going to do because he has to come out for a play. 3:34 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, he's walking
Yeah,
gingerly, but he's walking off.
He had a cramp.
Yeah.
I think you're right about the Bermudian player. I think he had a cramp too.
Yep. So we've got 4th and 1.
It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Keep this offensive drive moving. And Bermudian's up in there, Tony. 8 men at the line of scrimmage.
1st down, Holtenstein inside the 10.
Ryan
Oh, that's Smellion.
Smellion.
Well, I'm sorry, I thought it was
Smellion.
15
Tony, I
was
like
Smellion.
how quick he got to the line of scrimmage and got through that hole. He showed some really a good burst of quickness.
At the 8-yard line.
8-yard line now.
And this is what you want to see. 26-0, but the kids are fighting really hard. Keep this drive alive. Be really nice to see him put it in the end zone here.
We're going to keep Smellion in the backfield there. Delone overloads the right side. Give it back to him. Spins to the 5.
Ryan Smully on the carry. Brought down by Drew Steelman.
Well, we got another cramp, Tony.
Another cramp, I believe. You're right. There's no air blowing here tonight. The flags are limp.
I think that might be Carter Storm again with the cramp.
They marked the ball. Looks like they marked it at the 5-yard line. That's right on the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Well, 3 downs to get it in here. You'd like to see him score here.
Let's hear another round of applause for our Squire cheerleaders. And how about our Squire marching band?
Well, nice drive here, Tony, that Delone's putting on here. So, you know, these are the kind of drives I characterize as a character type of drive.
Yeah.
You know,
you want to get in. You want to make something positive happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're down 26-0, but you're still fighting. You're still trying to move the ball. Trying to execute and run your offense.
Coach Zortman out there talking to the one official. Or is that the Bermudian coach? I'm not sure. Trying to look for Smith on the sideline. See if he went back in, because I think Schmellion's down here.
Smith's in the backfield, Tony, 22.
Is he in there? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a little more in a cramp down here for the Bermudian fellow. I don't know what. Danny, can we have let's do the scores again while we.
You're going to help him up here. This is a good sign.
Yeah.
Number
Get
50.
Scores up there quick.
55 Carter Storm.
Staub waiting for the call.
Looks like he's walking a little bit better.
We can get him later, guys. We can get him later to back up.
2nd and 5 here, Tony.
2nd and 5. Looks like he's walking on his own now. That's good to see. Squires have it at the 5-yard line. Second down, and the clock's going to start. Staub gives it to Smith. He's going to try to get to the corner, and he's going to get to like the 2-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds there.
Dylan Hubbard again, Tony. Good play there.
3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, 2 chances to punch it in, Tony. I think I'd go straight ahead.
Smith in the backfield. Give to Smith. He's going to get into the end zone on a 2-yard run.
Yep.
Touchdown, Delone.
Braden Smith in for the Squire touchdown.
So it becomes 26-6. The extra point by Nolan Cruz.
To attempt the extra point.
Nice drive by Delone.
Yeah, it was.
Being
And
down 26-0. Like to see that character come forward. It's a nice drive. Good execution.
I was set up a little bit by, I like Staub's 13-yard run down here.
That was a big play. You're
Big
right.
play to keep things going.
Mm-hmm.
Snaps back, kicks up. Kicks good.
Yep.
Nolan Cruz kicks
26-7.
And your score with 2:09 left.
Stranger things have happened. Let's see if Delone can get another stop and run their offense here. 26-7 with 2:09 left here in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff coming up here for the Squires. Last time Cruz kicked off, he put it into the end zone.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do it again.
7-6 still Littlestown, 21-13. 38-0 Central York beating Southwestern. 41-6 New Oxford, and 7-7 still at Hanover. York Catholic. Cruz kicking deep to Gouch. And number 30 down there, Heller.
Heller and Gouch. Back deep for the Eagles.
So the Squires show a little sign of life here and put 7 on the board. Cruz approaches the ball, and he drives it again.
Ah, strong leg.
That's going, and again, 5 yards deep in the end zone. And that's where you need it to start him at the 20. And let's see if Delone can defense rise up and hold Bermudian. Bermudian took off in a 5-minute and 53-second drive the last time they had the ball to hit pay dirt. Still running wide. Delone has not found an answer for that sweep yet.
Yeah, Tony, they hit that corner
First and 10,
with
Bermudian
a
at the
with
20
a
yard.
burst of momentum with that pitch, and they turned that corner quickly.
And there goes Gouch in the sweep.
Yeah, just don't have an
Again,
answer for it.
He has 15, 20, 25 yards up to the.
Gouch around the
just-
right side.
See where they're going to mark him out of bounds, probably around the 40-yard line. Give him 20 yards on that sweep, 21 yards.
Yeah, seen that
First and 10,
seen that play all night, Tony.
41 yard.
Yep, it's like Groundhog Day. I mean, they run it either side, right or left.
Yeah.
Now they'll come back. If it's pure wing T here, they're going to come back with a fullback here. They got Delone thinking outside conscious now.
Yep. Probably go to Seabright right here.
Give to Seabright up the middle. And he's going to get 8 yards before he's drugged down there by
Seabright on the carry.
78 for
Big,
the Squires.
big chunks of offensive yardage. We don't have any stats, but it would be interesting to see.
Alex Lavisberger made that tackle.
Be
7 yards.
Be interesting to see what they're averaging per snap on offense.
Clock running down here in the third quarter. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Ball at the 47-yard line. Second down and 3.
Come back this way.
Inside counter. And that's number 30, Heller. He's got the first down. Inside the lone territory down to the 48. First and 10. Clock running.
Well, we need to give credit to this offensive line, which I haven't done yet tonight. And they're opening up some nice holes.
Yeah, big holes.
You know, and doing a fine job for this offense. There's no question about it.
And on the sweep, the wing's blocking down and just, you know, they're getting the corner constantly.
Yep. Under 50 seconds left in the quarter.
There goes Gouch. Give the Seabright up the middle. He's going to fight for every yard he got here and give him 5 more.
Yeah.
See
Four
if
or
Bermudian
five.
runs another play or lets the quarter run out here.
Yeah.
We're down to 25 seconds. Second down and 5.
5 yards at the carry brings up 75.
Pretty easy play calling, Tony, when you're picking up 4, 5, and 6 yards at a clip.
Yeah. And they're running like sweep, fullback, sweep, fullback. So
Yeah.
that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score Bermudian 26, Delone Squires 7. 7 points in that quarter for Delone, 6 for Bermudian. So we'll start the fourth quarter here with a 26-7 score.
Bermudian 26.
Littlestown now up on York Tech 14-6. Trinity all over Milton Hershey 21-13. Southwestern losing to Central York 38-0. York Catholic beating Suburban 41-6. And Hanover and York Catholic are 7-7. Thanks, guys. So the ball's already marked. The ball's sitting right at the 43-yard line where it's going to be second down and 5 as we start the fourth quarter here.
Well, after 3 quarters, a very impressive display offensively by Bermudian. Pretty much at will, Tony, doing what they want to do.
Yeah, well, basically they had the ball for one and scored. Delone had the ball for the next and scored. And now they sort of ran out this quarter, and they're going to – there's only been 2 possessions for Bermudian and 1 for Delone.
Yeah.
Since halftime. Hanover 14, York Catholic 13 in the third quarter. Hanover leads by 1, 14-13 in the third quarter. Thank you, Mo. Give the Gouchin the sweep.
Pretty well defended
Delone
there.
does a little better job there. It's going to bring up a third down and about 3.5, 4 yards.
I think that was Braden Heller,
That
Tony.
was Heller, I'm sorry.
Number 30.
I'm so used to saying Gouchin
Yeah.
the sweep.
Yeah.
That was Heller. And
Yeah.
Delone did a nice job fighting off the blocks.
Yes, they did.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third down, 4. I'm not sure they don't go for it if they don't make it here anyway. Third down and 4. Delone's going to try to come up with a big play here.
Probably give it to Seabright.
Back to throw. Looking down across the field. Oh, great catch. Did he catch that?
He did.
What a catch by number 30, Heller, that time.
Hubbard's pass complete to Mason. Braden Heller.
What a
First
catch.
down, Bermudian.
He laid out, made a great grab
Yep.
down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Bermudian.
Well, rolls out, Tony, off the fake, and you can see the field, the left side of the field, and throws a nice ball and even a better catch made.
It was a great catch.
Yep.
He rolled left, got his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, threw a dart, but I thought it was a little too far, but
Yep.
Heller left his feet and made a great grab. Back up to the line of scrimmage come Bermudian. Motion. Give to Seabright. He chugs to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that. And another time-consuming drive here by Bermudian. Second and 7. We're going to be under 10 minutes by the time this one's snapped. Quick pitch to Heller. Delone's out there and makes the stop. Going to bring up another third down. 3rd and about 2. It'll be. And George, they're just chewing up the clock.
Chewing up the clock. Ball control offense, picking up 3, 4, 5, 6 yards at a clip.
Again, Heller gets it on the outside, and I think he's going to have the first down.
Yep.
He does. He gets down to about the 18, 17 or 18. And it's going to be another first down for Bermudian Springs.
Well, Tony, it looks like they called it a bit short.
Oh, wow.
We thought he had the first
Yeah, I
down.
was watching the far ref, and I thought he had the first down, but it is 4th down. Sneak by Hubbard, and I think he has it. Let's see where the ref marks it.
Keeper up the middle.
It is a first down. You get down to the 17-yard line.
First down.
1st and 10.
Falls at the 17-yard line.
And George, we played probably about 16 minutes of this second half, and Bermudian had the ball for 12 minutes and 30 seconds so far.
Yep. Time of possession. Certainly dominated by Bermudian.
Sweep this way.
Good tackle.
Delone comes up and makes a tackle on that. Let's see who carried the ball there for Bermudian. Number 13, that was Gauch. Was that Jacoby?
Gouch on the carry.
20.
Jacoby on the tackle.
Number 24, Jaden Jacoby.
Yep.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
There can't be too many people smaller on the field than Jacoby.
I don't have his number here.
Yeah, they have him as 54. I thought. No, they don't.
Yeah. Good tackle. Hold him to a 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9, and the clock just keeps pouring away.
There's Heller.
Heller down inside the 15 to the 14.
Heller off the left side.
And it's going to bring up another 3rd and short.
Smullian and Smith on the stop for the Squires. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So the second half is almost 3/4 over, and there's only been 3 possessions.
Yeah.
2 for Bermudian and 1 for Delone. 3rd and 2. A very quick moving second half here.
Well, there's no incompletions to stop the clock, Tony.
No, nothing. No. Give to Seabright. He's hit. Drives for the first down.
Eddie Seabright up the middle.
And he's going to have 1st and goal. Let's see where they mark it.
On the stop for the Squires.
At the 3-yard line.
1st and goal Bermudian at the 3-yard line.
Well, textbook drive here, Tony, offensively by Bermudian.
Nothing fancy.
Just wing T right down the field.
Give to Seabright again, and he's driving.
Keeps those legs moving,
And
but
he didn't get in. He's going to be stopped at the 1.
Seabright up the middle.
and
You know, you got to give it to Delone. They're not giving up here.
now good defense by Delone.
Group of Squires in on the tackle.
But it took a group of Squires to stop him, Tony. He was driving those legs.
2nd and goal at the 1.
But Delone's still fighting there on the 1-yard line, and
Yeah,
that's
with
what you like to see.
6 minutes left, and Bermudian has had the ball for most of the entire second half here. 2 long scoring drives.
That we just can't get our defense off the field.
Nope. Oh,
Oh,
I haven't seen too many penalties tonight except
no.
the 15-yard count, but that's going to be a movement on Bermudian and take them back to the 6-yard line. So we'll bring up 2nd and 6. Second and goal to 6-yard line. Clock running, 5:40 left in the game. Heller, did he get in? No, he stopped.
Oh, he's in.
Up. No, they're going to give him a touchdown.
Yeah.
Bermudian touchdown.
Heller on a 6-yard run with 5:20 left in the game.
Pretty textbook execution there, Tony.
That's Heller's second 6-yard touchdown run of the night. Makes it 32-7 at the time. And let's see what the berm does here. They're going to go for 2 again.
Yep.
No, they're going to kick it.
We're going to kick it.
Snaps back, kicks up.
A little low.
No good, so it stays 32-7.
Well, the Delone defense fighting hard, Tony, but just can't get off the field against that Bermudian offense.
No. 14 minutes, you know, they had the ball here in the second half.
One possession.
Yep.
We've had one possession in the second half.
York Catholic only had 2. I mean, York Catholic. Bermudian Springs only had 2.
Yeah. Time-consuming offensive drives. Bermudian operating the wing T to perfection. Keeping most of those plays on the ground, picking up chunks of 4, 5, and 6 yards at a clip. Too strong at the point of attack, good blocking, and some really hard running by these Bermudian backs.
And it looks like number 24 is going to do the kickoff here. That's going to be Jacob Keller.
See if Delone can get another score here.
Well, that's the goal now.
Yes.
Get another score and
Keller in the kick for Bermudian.
another low line drive picked up again by Nate Smith. And he brings it back to about the 41-yard line.
Nate Smith on the return for the Squires.
Ball right at the 41. Delone takes over with 5:13 left in this game, 32-7. Remember, 3 weeks from tonight, Delone plays Littlestown in our homecoming game. They have Fairfield next week up at Fairfield, and then Hanover the week after that at Shepherd and Maris. Bermudian Springs goes to Biglerville, or I'm not sure if Biglerville goes there or whatever, but they play Biglerville next week.
Bermudian, Tony, and 3 down linemen up front.
Quick pass outside, couldn't be handled. It was a little high. Ford couldn't bring it down.
Defensive alignment of 3 down linemen, 5 linebackers, and 3 safeties.
Yeah. And them linebackers become a lot more active when there's 5 of them back there.
Yep.
They're coming at you from all angles.
And Bermudian's got Blaine Cruz in there at defensive end. He should be pointed out, he's a freshman, 5'11", 175.
Staub has it downfield, has a man. Oh, and Cole breaks it. Inside the 20, found about the 15.
Yep.
Zach Staub, pass complete to number 6, Caden Hicks.
Oh, Caden Hicks, I'm sorry. I thought it was 8.
Yep.
Single numbers are
Hard to see,
find.
yeah.
Caden Hicks made that catch and broke it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice throw by Zach, Tony.
Yep. 44-yard pickup there for the Squires. Clock running. Tight end released that time, got down the field. Staub looking. There's a little bit of pressure, and again he's going to be dropped, rolling to the left.
Brought down by Eddie Seabright.
Seabright caught him, and that rolling to the left hasn't been working for the Squires tonight.
Yeah, well, Seabright coming from his linebacker position, Tony.
Yeah.
He gets there in a hurry.
Clock running with 4:15 left.
2nd and 20 at the 25-yard line.
Delone needs to the 5-yard line, so it's 2nd down and 20. Two backs back with Staub this time. Out in the flat, it's caught. Smith catches it, but he's not going anywhere. He's hit immediately and driven down to the ground, give him a pickup of maybe 3.
Brought down by Braden Heller.
And we're going into 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down.
George, you don't get here, you kicking a field goal just for later on in the year? Or?
You know, it's not a bad thought, Tony. You know, what can you get out of this game at this point? You're not going to get the win. So what can you do to help improve your overall play down the road? It's not a bad thought. You know, give the kid a chance maybe to kick it.
Staub has it. Looks for a quick throw, not there.
Inside screen.
Yeah, double screen it was, and Smith gets it down to about the 15-yard line.
Yep.
It was a double screen. They had it both set up both ways, and I think you are going to see a field goal here, George.
You know, I like the call, Tony, if that's what they're going to do.
Keller on the tackle.
Because any score here is insignificant.
Yeah.
You know, and why not practice this, as you said, down the road? You may need this play and give the kid a chance to make it.
And it's going to look like a 32-yard attempt. Parker Holtenstein holding the ball. Cruz will attempt it. Don't look like they're going to be much of a rush here. Snap's good. Kicks up.
With plenty of leg.
Certainly long enough, and it's good.
Plenty of leg.
Cruz field goal is good.
With 2:11 left here in the game.
Yeah, and people are going to say you're down 32-7. Why are you kicking a field goal? Well, the game is over from a scoring standpoint. You may need a field goal down the road, and give your field goal team an opportunity to execute that play. Impressive field goal, Tony.
It was. We knew it was long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
So
like
with
it.
2:11 left here. McSherrystown KSC, another proud sponsor here of Delone Catholic Athletics.
Yeah, I'm going to do this one more time before we get off the air. 51 Goldman, 53 Spillman, 54 Gladfelder, 55 Carter Storm, and I'm sure there's one or other two players subbing in. Their defensive line really rose up tonight and played very well, I thought, controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it come down to the line play a lot, and Delone couldn't stop the sweep. That's the main thing. Give Delone a lot of credit. They fought back for 10 points here in the second half.
Yep. I don't want to take anything away from those linebackers, Tony. They're very, very active coming up.
Yes, they are. Cruz attempt to kick off here. Drives it down, and that's going to roll into the end zone, I believe, again, and it does. So the ball's going to come out to the 20. Bermudian has 2 timeouts left, and let's see.
Yeah, at this point, Tony, you just don't want anybody to get hurt. The game is over, you know. And, yeah, everybody has fought hard up to this point. It's apparent that Bermudian's just a little bit stronger than Delone. Very good football team, and they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Tough out, yep, and this is going to enhance their division PIA District 3 AAA lead.
Yeah. Well, Coach Lavelsberger, J.R. Lavelsberger, knew he had a lot of juniors coming back for their senior years. They talked openly what their goals were, and he's got himself a very senior-dominated squad. That's very, very good.
There's a sweep. Is that a new number running there?
I believe it.
Huh?
Why not?
Yeah.
Gouch on the carry.
Gouch.
Number Alex Lavelsberger.
That was a little bit slow development because Gauss didn't go in motion when he was told to go in motion, but
yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8, clock running. Bermudian in no hurry here.
Yeah.
Before we go off the air, we'll get the scores of the other games up one more time. Next week, Delone travels to Fairfield. Bermudian and Biglerville in a big game next week. In 2 weeks, Delone plays their annual Hanover Nighthawk game in at Shepherd and Maris. We're back here for the Littlestown Thunderbolts and homecoming. And I don't know what they have here. Delay a game. Delay a game against Bermudian.
Well, Heller was going in motion, Tony. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a pitch to him again.
Oh yeah, but like you said, I don't want to see anybody for either team get hurt here.
No.
The minute 20 seconds left.
No, just rather really see a dive into the middle and get down and let's get the game over with.
Yeah, because I doubt if Delone's going to use their timeouts either.
No.
32-10 right now. Delone with what? 2 possessions in the second half?
2 possessions, second half, and scored on both of them.
Yeah.
2 for 2, Coach Knoll.
And this is Bermudian's 3rd possession. They scored on theirs also.
Yep.
Another sweep. And he's going to be knocked down along the sideline. Looks like he stayed in bounds with the first down.
Forced out of bounds by Jamie Aquino.
The ball is marked at the 35-yard line. And the clock will start.
First down, Bermudian at the 35.
Yeah, you might just take a knee here, Tony, because I don't think Delone's going to take their timeouts. We'll see. I think he's just going to take a knee.
Well, if he takes a knee under 40 seconds, that would be the last play.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're getting into victory formation.
Yep.
Here. And now we're under 40, so all he has to do is take the snap and take a knee, which he does, and that's going to be the final here from JT Flaherty Field. Bermudian 32, Delone Catholic 10. Delone falls to 3-2. Bermudian moves to 4-1 on top of the Division 3, and also enhances their District 3 AAA points.
They're going to be a tough out, Tony. They're strong at the point of attack, and they have athletes. They're well coached. That's a very good Bermudian team.
Let's run through the scores, what we have from the out of town before we go off the air here. 21-6, Littlestown over York Tech. Trinity, 21-13
And that's your game with
over
the
Milton
score.
Hershey.
The
Central
Bermudian
York,
Springs
44,
Eagles,
Southwest
32.
nothing.
Delone
New Oxford,
Fires,
a final, 41-6 over York Suburban. And we got a 14-13 Hanover score. We have an update on that, 14-13. Hanover led that the last we checked. That's all here from JT Flaherty Field. For Mike Knoll, George Leader, Tony Weaver, Danny and Bill Smith, Luke, and was Zach here? And Zach also. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you in, well, actually, we might see you for a junior high game here October 2nd. So I'll be doing that, and then we'll be back here for varsity for the Littlestown homecoming the weekend of October 11th. Thank you, and good night, everybody.